Good morning, everyone, and welcome back. We are on day one of just a chill week where we get to do whatever we want in the lead up to the Halloween event. The old gold power plant debut event is now over, and we can wrap things up. We just got to collect our final sleep research from it, and we will be all done. But first, let's grab our 200 sleep points. That's going to put us at 3,536. And for our daily lottery, we can pick up something nice, a biscuit, very nice. We do need, so we're going to try to chill out on using our biscuits right now, which is, you'll see why that's going to be kind of funny here in a minute. But we're going to try to chill out on using our biscuits. We are going to go ahead and jump into the sleep report, see what happens. This is the first time, I think, that my phone got knocked off the bed while I was sleeping last night, and I didn't hear it. It's not the first time it's got knocked off the bed. It's just the first time that I didn't notice as soon as it happened. So we're gonna see. Okay, well, it happened around 5 o'clock. So about 3 hours of slumbering added to that because I don't know. I don't know if it was me getting a little bit wild in my sleep or if the kitten did it, but there we go. All right, so a little bit of a skewed sleep report this time around, but that's all right. Slumbering is a type I feel like we haven't gotten in a while with the dozing that we've been getting, but 75.8 million is pretty good. At least it wasn't on the ground long enough to disqualify me from the full sleep report, so it's something. Okay, let's see. We've got Aeron, Arbok, Magneton that we can see. What else is there? Anything interesting? Wooper, Pikachu, Grubbin, nice, not bad. Looks like a new sleep style. So Grubbin, Pikachu, Magneton, Aeron, Arbok, Wooper, and something new. What could you be? Something new, something new, something new. Not over here. Hey, Quagsire. All right. Big Yawn Sleep, the 2-star. I think that only leaves the atop belly now for Quagsire. I think. Let's see. Yeah, just the atop belly. All right. I think the Grubbin is the only thing that I really am super concerned about catching right now. Definitely not the Quagsire. Simply because we do technically still need a better coffee bean Grubbin. We have a pretty good one, but it could be better. This one is going to be good up until level 60 where it gets the split ingredients. So we do need a good mono coffee bean Grubbin. So we might as well try to see if we can get one. This will be our last catch for the old gold power plant debut event. And I think that's really all I care about. I mean, Quagsire is a fun thing. It is hungry. I could throw a biscuit at it just to see if we get that 10% crit cap. But at the same time, I want to hold on to my biscuits for the Halloween event. You know, no, whatever. We'll do it. We'll do it. It's fine. It's one biscuit. We can make it back. If we get to the point where we are hurting from missing one biscuit during the Halloween event, we've got bigger problems. All right, let's wrap it up. We didn't get the crit cap. Didn't get to take the Quagsire home today, but for sure next time it shows up hungry, we will get to take it home. For now, let's send out that Grubbin candy because that is going to be super useful for everybody trying to get their coffee beans. And let's move on. All right. Did we get a decent amount of XP at least? 4,437 is not bad. And 5,323 dream shards, that's pretty good. We do still need to get some more dream shards to get our pod expansion up and running. Let's see, level 15 in Sirius is not bad. Level 15 is good. Ooh, well, I mean, it's the other split. The other split, AAB. Also not the worst combination it could be, but not quite what we were looking for. Let's see how these skills turn out. Skill trigger M, not bad. Inventory up L, inventory up S, helping speed M, and all the inventory with a serious nature, which is neutral, of course. And yeah, that means it's not going to be quite what we're looking for. I don't even know if this is good enough for me to keep. If it had good ingredient finding sub skills, I would have kept it for the split, just to have another one that is a little bit different in case we need those two, the coffee beans and the mushrooms, in a recipe. But without the ingredient finding, it's not really worth it. You know, maybe if the helping speed and skill trigger M were reversed, it could be, but even then, that's a hard maybe. So yeah, this one is me not showing it, silly goose. This one's not great. Yeah, I think I'm gonna send this one to the professor. We'll let this play out in the background for anybody curious, but I don't see any reason to keep this one. So yep, looks like the professor is getting another grubbin for the farm. All right, let's move on. Let's wrap up the old gold power plant debut. And no more missions complete. Did not make it to Master 1. I only got the extra tasty for dinner. Did not get the lunch, as you saw. Did get the extra tasty, but it didn't even break 100K. It was only 94,000, so we definitely did not get very far. It seems like we just had some really bad luck this past week, and it's kind of hard to put that blame on any particular Pokemon or strategy. It's just we had bad RNG, and sometimes you get those weeks. Unfortunately, I had it in the middle of an event week, so it kind of sucks, but it is what it is. Definitely didn't do as well as we did that first week, which is kind of surprising given that our area bonus was only 5% that first week and 10% the second week, but we did have the overstacking that helped out. But all in all, you know, the event itself was pretty good. It just, I had bad luck. Overall, I enjoyed the event. An error has occurred. Go! Yay! Hooray! I don't know why these things are happening now. But overall, the event was fun. We got a lot of good Pokemon. Not all the good Pokemon that we could have gotten. We still could have got a better Mono Grubbin. We could have got a better Aeron. And we could have... Well, no, I think Shinx we actually did pretty well. Could have got a better Drifloon, but we did get a pretty good one. Not ideal, but pretty good still. So, all in all, Old Gold Power Plant debut event, pretty solid. Can't really complain about it. It's a new island, so hard to really complain. The biggest issue, it was not really the event itself, but the new Pokemon all being ingredient specialists and then all having this weird combination of AAA, AAB, ABC. It's just like, why did they do it that way? Because it immediately makes one of them so much better than the others, and I'm not sure what the idea was with that. So I don't know. In the future, I hope they don't do that again. Don't introduce a new ingredient and 3 new Pokemon and then have one of them that can have it for AAA, because it makes that one, Grubbin, the one that everybody wants, and it kind of, you know, severely limits the capabilities and potential of the other two. I'm not really sure what they were doing with that. But it is still kind of early on, considering how slow the updates for this game kind of roll out with new Pokemon and everything. So I guess they're still learning, still experimenting, but overall, not bad. Let's see. The event itself, I think, is probably like a 9 out of 10. I feel like there were very few things that could have been done better. Overall, pretty great. I'm trying to think of anything that I really could complain about for the event itself, and I don't know. If there was anything, it was so minor that I can't even think about it now. So yeah, 9 out of 10 for the Old Gold Power Plant debut event. Final answer, 9 out of 10. All right, let's move on. Now that we've got that out of the way, our final strength, 758,211. Gains from berries, 332,377. And our gains from cooking, 425,834. So the ratio of gains from cookies to... Cookies? I want cookies, but that's not what we're talking about. Cooking and berries is about the same as it was on the first week. About a 40-60 split, so not too bad. It seems like we're kind of maintaining that same level of, or that same ratio of gains. So it's pretty good. Things are working out, I think. But overall sleep grade of A, probably because of Saturday. Yeah, awful. Also, my sleep was kind of all over the place this week, I guess. Yeah, my sleep was pretty all over the place. Anyway, 4 small handy candies for our A ranking. Not too bad. Can't complain about it too much, but we are going to go somewhere new this week. I considered staying on the old gold power plant to try to find some more grubbin and things like that, but I feel like we have a decent enough grub in Vikavolt now that we can move on and try to find some other Pokemon for ingredients that we are kind of fallen a bit behind on. And the island that will give us the most potential to hunt, which is really only 2 ingredients that we can hunt for on this island, but if I went anywhere else, it was 1 ingredient here, 1 ingredient there, and that was it. But at least here we can hunt 2 ingredients, and that's going to be the oil from trying to find us another Krogunk, or the eggs from either a really good Delibird if we can find one, or a very good Snover with the ABB setup. So we're going to go back to the Snowdrop Tundra, build up a little bit of area bonus here because it is our lowest island area bonus, I believe by a decent amount. Outside of the old gold power plant, that one's new. I'm not really counting that one. Yeah, Snowdrop only at 44%. So we're doing pretty bad here, but hopefully with the stronger Pokemon that we have, the new recipes, we can do pretty well and try to find Snover or Delibird or Krogunk. We need one of all of them that is actually pretty decent. We are going to get a small ingredient ticket for going to bed on time. Looks like we got maybe a level up there on a Skeledirge. But I did swap in the team to try to get some more ingredients. We are going to need them to start off. We did get curries. I didn't call it out when we first got it, but I'm thinking that curries might be very beneficial for us. But before we get into that, let's try to do things in the normal order. No new news today. Kind of brain is all over the place. No new news, but we did get 44 community reports. Very nice. Ooh, is that a shiny Meowscarada there? Nice. With 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. The doubled up and a shiny Drifloon. Very good. All right, no level ups today. Well, that's okay. We got 2 yesterday. We can't really expect too many. All right. Let's jump into this breakfast and get our team together for what we're going to do the rest of the week. Curries means that apples are kind of pointless now. So it is what it is, but at least we got plenty of herbs. Those will be helpful for curries. Only a single skill trigger from Dedenne, so only a 15% chance once we make this breakfast, because that chance does not carry over from one week to the next. But an ingredient magnet there, giving us some oil and eggs, maybe that's a sign of good things to come. Just maybe. Maybe, but I don't want to jinx it. So, it's probably a bad sign is what that is. It's probably a bad sign. We did get a skill trigger, so a little bit of bump there with the 1130 strength and some more coffee beans. Let's go ahead and get breakfast up and running, and we can figure out what we're going to make this week. So for curries and stews, I did put this specific combination of Pokemon on the team so that I could make the new curry. If we got it, somehow we did not get enough herbs. That's a problem. I thought for sure we would have. Usually Dragonite's very good about bringing in herbs. Let's see. Let's gamble. Let's gamble with our ingredient tickets. We got 3 of them. We just need 1 of them to give me some herbs. Nope, no herbs. That's about right. That's why I don't like relying on tickets. It almost always goes poorly. Okay, well, that's not gonna work. So, yeah, I was hoping maybe the glitch happened and it just didn't give me my herbs, but no, we just didn't get enough. Well, that kind of puts a damper on my plan. I was planning on the first breakfast being the new curry, just get it done, get the diamonds, and move on to something else. But now I don't know what to do. All right, well, let's see what we can make. That's the big question. What can we make right now? And the answer is not much. We could make the solar power tomato curry. Yikes, man. Well, now we have a problem. I think I know what we're going to make for our meal moving forward the rest of the week. But, yeah, we are just kind of at a loss. We have to do it a certain way, and You know what? Just to preserve some ingredients for later, we're gonna do the drought katsu instead of the solar power tomato curry. We don't need these apples at all this week. Nope, not even for the big new coffee bean recipe, which we are gonna try to make for Sunday. So we can just throw in a bunch of apples. We can get them all back whenever we need to from Skeledirge, because Skeledirge is just super good. So we'll throw that in, be done with it. No extra tasty, that's unfortunate. So we didn't even get to make up for it by the fact that we had extra tasty. So 10,471 to start off with, not even enough to level up. Whoops. So things did not go according to plan. Why are these all still here? Let's get rid of those. We don't want those there. Okay. So we at least made it to basic 2. It's something, I guess. Let's see. Basic 2. I mean, that's where we want to be for Krogunk, so that's fine. Coffee beans? Nope. Another lumberry. I do have an idea for what we're going to do with this team. Yes, we're going to try to make the Dream Eater butter curry. Just out of curiosity, where does this go at level 60? I mean, that's fairly well rated. All the way up to number 4 out of mine. Not bad. Not bad, but we can do better. So let's see. Curries should be pretty well set up already. Nope, I forgot. The what was it that we had? What event was this that we were doing? Oh yeah, we were stocking up for the old gold power plant. Okay. So we're gonna switch this up a little bit. We're gonna put Walrein at the head of the team. Because we only need 2 ingredient gatherers with this setup for us trying to make the Dream Eater butter curry again. We need this guy who should bring in almost all of the milk and cocoa we need, and if we ever run short on milk, we can swap in our other Blastoise. And then for the potatoes, this Victory Bell right here, this guy usually does pretty well for us, and if we need the tomatoes, same thing. We can just swap in for our pure tomato Victory Bell. So both of them are kind of in the same boat where they have a mixed ingredient selection. They're bringing us what we need. But if we fall short on the basic ingredient, on the A ingredient, we can swap in the AAA version of them and get it done. No worries. We do not need Ampharos anymore. We can go ahead and swap in. Where are you at? You are right there. Gardevoir. Keep everybody's energy topped up. And we should be in a very good place. 12,483 is our team RP. The recommended here is 6,400. So we should be able to do very well this week. We just need to keep an eye on our pantry for the potatoes, tomatoes, and milk and cocoa, just to make sure that we're swapping out Blastoise and Victory Bell as needed. And then we can set up a proper berry team. Actually, let's go ahead and do that now. Our proper berry team for overnights, not going to be the ingredients. It's going to be Walrein, of course. He's always going to be on the team as long as we have the ability to do so because of how good. That's a few Dedenes. All right, well, where is Walrein? There you are. Walrein's going to be on the team, helping bonus, and the favored berries. Raichu's going to be on the team. And then we can also... just to why am I going past everybody? Just to make sure that we get some extras while we're at it. And actually, no, it does not bring in mushrooms at level 30. Okay, so we want to bring in some mushrooms, but also get some berries. Yeah, let's throw in this guy overnight, and then whatever mushrooms he does happen to bring in, we'll just use those on Sunday. And for Venusaur, we'll actually swap in Dragonite for the same reason. It will bring in a good strength amount from berries, but also slowly start to get those herbs that we need for Sunday overnight as well. So we've got 2 just pure berry focused Pokemon, 2 kind of like hybrid berry ingredient Pokemon that we can bring in the ingredients that we need for Sunday, as well as actually, oh no, hold on, I messed up. Dragonite is not the one we need for Sunday. That is gonna be Soybeans. Who is our soybean guy? I was looking at the wrong recipe. Not Snorlax's favorites. Reset. Soybeans. I forget who our soybean guy is. Oh yeah, it's Golem. That's right. Maybe. Nah. Is it Golem? Do we want it to be? You know what? Helping bonus. Yeah. It could be this Golem. Which also brings in potatoes, which would help too. But, we'd have to evolve this one. But helping bonus is very good. Very good. You know what? I'm going to throw this one on the team for now, and I will think about it, but we do need to level up just a little bit. We want to get to 30 for those soybeans overnight. We are going to have to use a little bit of dream shards, but not too many. But we'll get that one to level 30. And we're not evolving this one because we do want to keep it water type for now, just in case we need to use it for Suicune, or with Suicune, I should say. But it's not the best, and we really don't know if we want to evolve this one anyway. With that rating, not really too sure how nice it is. So we're gonna hold off. That's going to be our overnight team for now, and we will move on and swap members of the team around as needed. But I think we got a pretty good setup. We just need to make sure that we're slowly building up the ingredients we need for Sunday over the course of the week. We can also swap in Vikavolt once we get a little bit closer and get a decent amount of coffee beans overnight if need be, or just throughout one day. If we get to the point where we have enough of these ingredients stocked up, we don't really have to worry about getting them overnight all that much. So that's going to be the plan. Wait, why are we on this team? I did not mean to use this team. Did I select to use this team? Oops. Oh no, I just never changed teams. That's what happened. Go me. I'm glad I noticed that. All right, so that's going to be the plan. This is the team we're running with. We should be able to get our Dream Eater Butter Curry, no problem. And can we level it up anymore now? I forget. I'm pretty sure the max level has gone up. So we should be able to level this up some more. I don't know why I'm blanking on that one entirely. Like I cannot even think about it. I am almost positive that we can rank our dishes up beyond 60, but for some reason I cannot recall the specific information to let me know for sure. So yeah, either way, even if we can't, it's still level 60. It's fine, but pretty sure it can go above 60 now. And we'll just have to keep an eye on our ingredients and our pantry just to make sure that everything is going well. Last thing we need to do, bump that up to 28. Make sure that it is put into the system. We are getting very close to overtaking the popcorn, but didn't get those 2 extra tasties that I wanted to make sure that we would. But bad luck is bad luck. It happens. All right, let's go check our missions for the week. Grade 2, of course. Ultra 4, of course. Master 3 gives us a Slackoth incense, which is pretty decent. I do still need a good Slackoth. Cook 17 times, stick to your bedtime 5 times, befriend 10 Pokemon, give out 15 biscuits. Might not hit that one. And use 269 candies. Maybe. We might do that one. It depends on if we find something worth investing in. All in all, standard missions. Pretty sure we're going to get that Slackoth instance anyway. I don't think we have to really try anymore to get to Master 3. So now it's just a question of exactly how far are we going to get. I'm thinking let's just set a soft goal of where did we end up last time? What was our record? Let's see. Snowdrop Tundra, what was our record? 1.27. That's not bad. That's pretty good. So let's see. This time around, let's see if we can make it to. I mean, we were almost Master 8. Oh yeah, that's right. We ended just shy of Master 8 last time. Yeah, let's see if we can hit Master 9. 1.4 million. Let's call it 1.5 million. Let's see if we can hit 1.5 million this week. We're going to be trying to push things a little bit. Hopefully see some more Delibird, Snover, and Krogug. Those are the main things we're here for. And pretty much as long as we don't get snoozing, we should have a chance to see what we're looking for. So I have high hopes for this week, but we'll just have to wait and see. So that's going to be the video for today. Thank you for watching. Make sure to hit that subscribe button if you do enjoy these videos. A huge shout out to our ace trainers, Illusion, JP, White, and Husky Star. Thank you for supporting the channel. If you'd like to support the channel, click that join button right next to the subscribe button. And while you're down there, click the link to the Discord in the description box. Come and join us, talk about Pokemon Sleep, and hang out with a community of cool people. Other than that, y'all have a good night, good luck this week, and until next time, later, dudes. Good morning, everyone, and welcome back. We are on day 2 of a brand new week where we are just hanging out, chilling at Snowdrop Tundra, literally chilling. And somehow I only got an 80 sleep score, and I'm not really sure why, because I definitely slept for 8.5 hours. But okay, 16,272 sneaky snacking. That's going to give us 10 diamonds for going to bed on time, which is very good. And let's see. We are not getting anything else. I don't know why I thought we were. 180 sleep points is what we're going to get. That's going to put us at a grand total of 3,716. And for our daily lottery, we can pick up something pretty sweet. It's going to be 15 diamonds. Very nice. Very good stuff. Right when I remembered to actually hold the button, it was already too late. I'd taken my finger off the button. All right, let's jump into this sleep report. Let's see what sleep style we got. Hopefully get something good. And yeah, maybe we can find what we're looking for very early on. Again, we need a Krogunk, a Snover, or a Delibird. Any of those will be fine. 6 hours, 48 minutes. Interesting. Okay. Definitely didn't take that long to fall asleep, but all right, sure, whatever. Looks like that's going to be a snoozing type, which is the only one that we did not want. That is, that means we're not going to get anything we were looking for. Snoozing type was the only type we had to not get in order to find what we were looking for. 7 million drowsy power, not a whole lot. This is just not a good Tuesday, so let's see if we can find something interesting. Very surprised to see a Slowbro at such a low drowsy power. Very interesting. Okay. Slowbro, Jigglypuff, Wobbuffet, and Jigglypuff. Nothing here that I really want, so we're just gonna find whichever one we can use our premium biscuit on, and we can move on. Not anything helpful or spectacular in any way. Wobbuffet, all right. Looks like you're getting the premium biscuit, Wobbuffet, because you're hungry. You're the lucky one. We already have 2. I think we have 2 pretty decent Wobbuffets already, so we don't really need another one, but might as well if it's hungry, I suppose. At least we caught something. Okay, let's wrap it up. Don't really care to catch anything else today. It's gonna be one of those days, I guess. Definitely got to turn this around. I don't know. You know what? I really don't know what to send out. I was gonna say Jigglypuff candy would be good. Help people with their Wigglytuff, but I'm pretty sure everybody on my friends list has moved beyond Wigglytuff at this point. So I guess let's send out Slowpoke candy. I don't know. I really don't know. 383 research XP and 486 dream shards. Not helpful. We needed a lot more than that. Not getting that proper sleep is definitely hurting us today. Level 16 in calm. I don't think that's very good for what we want. So we've got apples, double mushrooms, skill level up S. Right there. Helping speed S is actually not bad for being a skill specialist. Skill trigger. Yeah, it's trying to be a very good skill specialist. Helping speed M. Calm, main skill chance up, speed of help down. That's like one of the worst that you can get. Probably the worst you can get out of the main skill chance up natures. So that's not good, but at least it has helping speed S and M to counterbalance it. But that M is all the way at level 100, so it's going to take a while to get there. It's not terrible. It's not bad. It's not gonna be great though. We definitely have a better one. In fact, I'm pretty sure we have like a 90 something PR Wobbuffet. I don't think we need this one. I don't think we do. So, huh. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna save it. I think we're gonna send this one to the professor and be done with it. I don't know. Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll wait. You know what? We'll see. We'll let this finish running in the background because I don't really have anything else to say about this Wobbuffet other than it's kind of okay. I don't know. We'll hold on to it. I'll compare it to the other ones and I'll see just how good this turns out. Let's move on. Let's try to find something a little more interesting and something better. I did see that there was a little red icon there, and I do know that we have new news because I saw in the Discord, hey, there's new news, and there's a spoiler chat up. I didn't read the spoiler chat, but I saw it was there, so now I know there's new news. It is new maintenance. Okay, version 2.1.0. Thank you for playing Pokemon Sleep. The maintenance period is going to be October 23rd at 11:30 p.m. until October 24th at 4 a.m., which is tomorrow, I believe. Yes, that is tomorrow. Keep in mind that is my local time, 11:30 to 4. So double check to make sure of when it's going to be for your local time. And make sure to plan your meals accordingly to not get caught out and miss a meal just in case. The new features are, of course, the preparation for the Halloween 2024 Double Candy Research event. The addition of new alarms, berry collection, and quiet awakening. Interesting. Maybe I'll start using the game for an actual alarm. As of right now, I don't. Addition of a new main skill, Disguise Berry Burst. Mimikyu arrives on October 28th, and this will be its main skill. Makes sense. Game contents, the addition of a pop-up notification when an instance is not used during sleep research and is returned to your bag instead. Interesting. Addition of a pop-up notification when an instance is not used during sleep research and is returned to your bag instead. I guess if you don't have a sleep session that is long enough to count as a sleep session, maybe that would happen. I don't know. If you understand that one, I've never run into that. So if you understand what that means, let me know in the comments because that one, I don't understand that one. Balance adjustments. Adjustments to the target for the main skill, Energizing Cheer Small. The probability of main skill targeting the helper Pokemon with the lowest energy on your team has been raised a bit more. Okay, so they just felt like it wasn't targeting the low energy Pokemon on your team as much as it could, or as much as they wanted it to. So they're gonna raise that chance a little bit more. All right, that's interesting. Let's see. So adjustments to certain helper Pokemon's main skills and main skill chance. This is where we get interesting. Houndour and Houndoom are now going to be no longer Charge Strength Small, but Charge Strength M after the maintenance. That's an interesting change, and this actually speaks to something that I mentioned recently, that there's no reason they can't change main skills in patches and updates. So maybe this is good for the future of the game, and they're going to be balancing out some of these main skills and giving Pokemon different ones so that we don't have a ton of Pokemon that all have the same main skill and then one or two Pokemon that have a new skill. Maybe kind of redistribute some of those newer skills to some older Pokemon and kind of freshen them up and liven them up a little bit. And I think that's exactly what this is for. With Houndour and Houndoom being berry specialists for the dark type berries, they are very good candidates to have as a berry specialist on your team for, funny enough, Snowdrop Tundra. Especially with Charge Strength M, it makes it to where you maybe want one of them instead of a Walrein, or maybe I do, I don't know. But due to these main skill changes, the main skill chance will be lowered slightly. That's unfortunate, but understandable given how strong Charge Strength M is compared to the Charge Strength S. So makes sense. Good change in the long run. Umbreon before had Charge Energy, after change Moonlight. What? Okay. Moonlight Charge Energy S. This is new, unless it's gonna just be a renaming. Due to these main skill changes, the main skill chance will be lowered slightly, which slightly is fine. I mean, it's a vague term, but Umbreon does have, I think, the #1 highest skill trigger chance in the game, so maybe it's okay. This skill will still restore energy to the user But if a great success occurs, it will now also restore a small amount of energy to a random Pokemon on your team. That's pretty cool. Especially if they stick to what slightly typically means, where it's just a little bit and not a big change. That could actually be very, very beneficial for Umbreon as a utility Pokemon on a team. That's very interesting. Notes, main skill levels will be maintained after the update, so no more level ups at this point. And then adjustments to certain helper Pokemon's helping stats. Pikachu Halloween, the frequency has been shortened slightly, which is good. Can't evolve the Halloween Pikachu or the Santa Hat Pikachu, so it's good that we're doing that just to kind of help them out, especially since they can't evolve. I don't actually think they can take advantage of the Goodnight Ribbons buff to unevolved Pokemon, since they technically can't evolve. So that's a good thing. Good thing to help keep up with that Goodnight Ribbon. All right, other changes. A change to a research community sharing option. After the update, your tracking device sharing options will be automatically set to on. You can pick what to share with your friends through the sharing options on the lower right of the research community screen. If that's something that is important to you, there you go. And then also some text adjusted or unified, and other small bug fixes and adjustments as always. Very good, very interesting stuff. I like that they're going back and refreshing some of these older Pokemon, Houndour, Houndoom, and Umbreon. Funny that they're both are all dark types, but I do like that they're going back and refreshing them. It's good. Breathes life into some of these older Pokemon that maybe we aren't really looking at anymore because they've just been power crept by other Pokemon. Good. Hope they keep that up, especially since it's just changing some mechanics behind the scenes, not actually adding a new Pokemon to the game. Maybe that means they can change a larger group of Pokemon all at once to get a bigger change and rebalance, instead of the effort it takes to completely add new Pokemon. So good. Hope to see more of that in the future. Very good news. Good things to look forward to. Again, that is tomorrow, so go ahead and double check and make sure that you are planning around the maintenance, because usually they give us a couple of days notice, but only one day this time. So make sure to double check that. All right, let's move on. Let's get these community reports. Hopefully a good amount of them. 47, very nice, with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24 that doubled up. Very, very good odds. Literally half. Very good. Very good. All right. No level ups. That is unfortunate, but that's the nature of the beast. All right, let's move on. Another 584 sneaky snacking. Not going to click on Walrein. He's not going to have anything. His inventory's been full. Skill trigger there is actually what we want to see. We need those ingredients. All right, 205. Dedenne, only one trigger. Did not get an extra tasty yesterday, which is unfortunate, but we do have a decent chance now. Couple of candies, and while those collect, let's get our double trigger there. Very good. Again, could not swap out the team for our overnight plan because somebody was slacking so hard that the team was at 30% energy by the time I went to bed last night. So good job, Gardevoir. Hopefully we don't have another full week of this because it is awful. Speaking of kind of awful, the Wobbuffet 74 PR, is what it is. We did at least complete a mission for getting to grade 2, so that's something. No skill trigger there, but that's all right. We're already at a good amount of energy. We got plenty of potatoes, which is the one thing I was concerned about. Actually had to swap in Meowscarada yesterday for some potatoes real quick. Well, I shouldn't have been worried about tomatoes or potatoes. It was tomatoes that was the problem. How short are we? We're literally one short. Are you kidding me? That is super unfortunate. Well, you know what? I've got a little bit of time. I'm actually recording at a decent time today, so I've got a little bit of time. I can throw in, let's leave both Victory Bell on the team just to make sure we get it, because I do have a little bit, but not a lot of time. So let's leave both Victory Bells on the team. Let's take Blastoise off for a moment, and I'm going to let them run with the helping bonus on there just to try. I just need one tomato. That's all I need. Why? Why does this keep happening to me? Anyway, so I'm not going to make breakfast. We are one tomato shy. We've got enough milk and cocoa for all 3 meals today. So probably going to swap that Blastoise back in once we get that tomato. Potatoes. You know, I may actually swap the Meowscarada out of the back in just to make sure we get enough potatoes, because this is going to be a problem. Definitely need to figure something out, because that's not going to work. And then, of course, by the end of the week, we need to figure out how we're going to get what we need for Sunday's meal, which is gonna be the Hidden Power Perk Up Stew. That's what it was called. We need plenty of tomatoes, mushrooms, soybeans, and cocoa beans. So we're gonna have to find time to get them on the team and get them up and running. All right, well, that is unfortunate that we do not have the ability to make breakfast right now. I was really hoping that Victory Bell would get me both the tomatoes and potatoes I needed, and it tried its hardest. It got so close, but close was not good enough. So no breakfast in today's video. I'm just gonna have to try to collect that before breakfast is over, which I'm pretty sure between the two of them we should get at least 1 tomato. If not, super sad day, but we'll just make something. Let me see, what can I make? If not, we can make Limbercorn stew. It's better than nothing. Unfortunately, it's not Dream Eater butter curry, and I definitely don't want to make Limbercorn stew with a 35% extra tasty chance. I really want it to be that curry. Maybe I should be collecting from this guy just to try to get those extra ingredient magnets, because he does trigger ingredient magnet a couple times a day. Maybe it would help. I don't know. I'll have to think about that one. But for now, that's where I'm going to leave it. Hopefully we get those tomatoes we need so that I can make breakfast, but we'll just have to wait and see. So thank you for watching the video. Make sure to hit that subscribe button if you do enjoy these videos. A huge shout out to our ace trainers, Illusion, JP, White, and Husky Star. Thank you for supporting the channel. And if you'd like to support the channel, go ahead and click that join button right next to the subscribe button. And while you're down there, click the link to the Discord in the description box. Come and join us, talk about Pokemon Sleep, hang out with a cool community of people. And other than that, y'all have a good night. And until next time, later, dudes. Good morning, everyone, and welcome back. We are on day 3 here on Snowdrop Tundra, enjoying a chill week. And we are going to start off with a decent amount of sneaky snacking, 5,354. Yet again, Gardevoir slacking, so I couldn't swap out the team for our overnight berry specialists. Very unfortunate. I don't know what has happened with Gardevoir these last couple of weeks, but it's not good. We are also going to get 15 honey, which we can use for some extra pot filler because we do need that. But let's go ahead and collect our sleep points. We got 195 of them. That's going to put us at a grand total of 3,911. Not bad at all. Not bad. And for our daily lottery, we can grab a small handy candy. Very nice. We will make use of that someday, I'm sure. But for now, let's jump into this sleep report. Let's see if we get the one of the 2 sleep types that we need. Anything but snoozing is fine, and we should be able to see what we're looking for, or at least one of what we're looking for. Arguably, dozing is the better of the 2 because that gives us a chance at Delibird and Krogunk. But it looks like, yet again, we got the stupid snoozing, which I absolutely do not want. It is the one sleep type I do not want. Anything but snoozing is what we need. And I bet you I get it all week. Just because this game hates me sometimes. But we'll see what we can do with it. At least we got a decent amount of spawns this time around. 28.7 million. We got 6 spawns. Hopefully something nice shows up. Let's see. Maybe a shiny would be nice. You know, there's a top belly Wobbuffet there, but yeah, shiny would be really good right about now. You know, it'd make me feel good. We haven't seen one in a while. Looks like a couple of Eevees. We can actually make do with some Eevees and a Slackoth, actually, so that's not the worst. So we got 2 Eevees, a Slackoth, Rattata, Raticate, and Wobbuffet. A decent sleep report. No new sleep styles, which is kind of unfortunate, but at the same time, there's not really a whole lot left for us. So probably going to be slow going from here on out. No one's hungry, really. Okay. Well, you know what? The Slackoth is pretty much ready to go home with us. I'm gonna have to use some biscuits today. You know what? All right, whatever. Whatever, we'll do it. We'll take the Slackoth home. He's been patiently waiting. All right, there's one. Didn't get the big hit like I was hoping for. Boom. There we go. All right, job done. And now we feed the Eevee. It's gonna be level 40. Let's feed the Eevee. I mean, at least we got something good. We got our Eevee to friendship level 40, which is both kind of a good, kind of a bad thing. But we'll see just how bad it is. Let's go ahead and collect this one. Watch it be a crit cap just to spite me. Nope, nothing. Good. Good, good. At least we didn't waste a big hit or a mega hit. Okay, that's all we're going to catch today. We're not going to worry about the other Eevee. Our biscuit supply is running incredibly low, and we have to worry about the Halloween event coming up. Let's see. Let's send out Eevee candy. We can never have enough of that, so let's get that out there. Make sure that everybody's topped up. Okay. Only going to be 1,862 research XP. Not bad. We are getting closer and closer to leveling up to 60, and 2,476 dream shards. Not bad. First up, it's going to be the Slackoth. So, let's see what we got. Level 14 in Hardy. I believe that's neutral. Berry Specialist. For some reason, for a brief moment, I thought it was a skill specialist, but no, Berry Specialist. Ingredient Magnet, of course. Helping Speed. Ingredient Finder. Not what we want. That's not good. Ingredient Finder M. Inventory Up S. Skill Trigger S, and Dream Shard bonus. While this looks like a good candidate for slacking, we actually already have a pretty solid slacking candidate. So, and even then, this one's not really looking too great. I forgot to set the nature, but it's neutral, so it doesn't really matter. It's not going to change anything. Let's go ahead and set it anyway. And actually, I think I might have goofed. Let's see. Cooking. Yeah, it's set to desserts. Let's back that up. Let's rerun. Recalculate. Tomatoes and honey, not really going to help desserts. And honestly, changing things up didn't really help this Slackoth either. It's still pretty bad. So this one's definitely going to live with the professor. It's going to be just some extra candy for us for when we do find the Slackoth of our dreams. It's running pretty slow today. I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's my computer slowing down. It could be. This thing's old, but hopefully we can get through fairly quickly. Level 60, PR 36 for berries. Not good. Let's run the expected skill count, see what that's looking like. Probably not going to get good until 75. Inventory up does help. Yeah, this is just not. It's not what we're looking for. Not at all. Yeah, the professor's going to get a new friend today. We're going to move on. Let's check out our first level 40 Eevee. And let's see. Ooh, I already see level 15 in Sassy. Sassy is exactly what we want. Okay. Let me make sure. Let's see. It says level 40. Yep. So we should have 2 guaranteed gold. So let's see. We've got milk, cocoa, milk. Doesn't really matter. Kind of wanted milk, cocoa, but ultimately doesn't matter. All right, I really am just not wanting to look at this because it's scary. It's not skill level up. That's unfortunate. Ooh, one of them's good. Dream Shard bonus, not so much, but helping bonus at level 10, that is good. Ingredient Finder, helping speed, that's not good. Skill Trigger S. At level 100, this one's not going to be bad, but with that XP gains down, it's going to take a while to get there. This one is not terrible, but it's not quite what we want. Of course, the calculator is going to say it's very good because of helping bonus. Honestly, having Dream Shard bonus might not be the worst thing anymore, given how much Dream Shards have come to be a very valuable item in this game now. Really, Ingredient Finder, the only thing that's bad about this, if only it had inventory up instead of Ingredient Finder, we'd be in a really good boat. For what it is, though, this one is not bad. I was about to say, I'm honestly kind of surprised that helping speed drops it down that low at level 75. I thought helping speed would be a little bit of a good thing. Interesting. Yeah, it is set to sassy. I'm kind of surprised. I'm very surprised it's dropping down this low. 75 is taking forever to run. Let's see. Oh, gentle is considered the new best. I mean, I guess that makes sense. With most people running a healer on their teams now, that does make sense, I suppose. Energy recovery down being the more desirable nature. I guess that makes sense. Ours is not looking good, though. That's not even ours. Ours isn't even here yet. Where is ours? Sassy, but that's not it. Not it. What are we doing? Where's my Eevee in this list? Is it that far down? No. No. Yikes. That's not even it. Where is mine? That's not it either. Is mine that poorly rated? Maybe mine is that bad. Really, honestly, 3.8 versus 6.3. That's a big difference. And we have helping bonus at level 10 like the calculator wants us to have. Yeah, the crazy part is, as much as I like the sub skills on this Eevee, the fact that they are just not in the right order is really hurting it. So, yeah, unfortunately, I think this is another Eevee we're not going to keep. It starts out really good, but then just gets worse over time. And if we're going to be fighting XP gains down the entire time, we definitely want to make sure that it's an Eevee that is either staying the same at least because it's just always good, or is getting better over time at the very least. Honestly, I think this one's going to live with the professor. It's looking like it's going to end up at like an 85-ish PR. We'll let it finish out. It's almost done, but I'm thinking this one's going to live with the professor. Kind of unfortunate getting helping bonus and sassy, and then the rest just kind of brings it down. But I guess gentle is more of what we want anyway, so I don't know. We'll move on. We'll let that keep running in the background, and we'll take out another 576 sneaky snacking. And I did see that we have new news. We have the Halloween 2024 bundles that have finally been announced. So thank you for playing Pokemon Sleep Trick or Treat. To accompany the Halloween 2024 Double Candy Research Event, Halloween 2024 bundle small, medium, and large will be available beginning October 28th at 1 a.m. All right, let's see what we got. Anything interesting? So the small bundle, as always, 250 diamonds, 5 Poke Biscuits, that's pretty good. 3 small handy candies, not bad. 2 small ghost type candies, that's pretty good because we can use them on any ghost type we want. Kind of like that. Decent bundle, actually, pretty solid. Actually, now that I think about it, one of the better small bundles we've seen in a while. Very good. The 1200 diamond medium bundle, 6 great biscuits, 1 medium handy candy, which is not bad, 1 medium ghost type candy, that's pretty good. Ghastly incense, Shuppet incense, and Drifloon incense, not bad. Not bad at all. For 1200 diamonds, you're actually getting a decent amount of stuff in there. It's not just one Pokemon incense, so you can, try to get several of them. But as always, just kind of look at it as the biscuits, and then the handy candies are actually pretty good. So I like that they're versatile candies and not just stuck to one Pokemon. It definitely makes the candies more valuable in these bundles. The medium bundle, Not bad. It's not bad. If you got the diamonds and you want to pick it up, I definitely would not blame you, and I would not try to talk you out of it. It's not a bad bundle at all, especially for the biscuits and the candies. Pretty solid. The large bundle, however, 3,000 diamonds, a lot of diamonds, is 3 ultra biscuits, 14 great biscuits, and 2 medium handy candies, 2 medium ghost type candies, and 3 Mimikyu incense. That's actually not bad either. Again, I feel like the large bundles need to have a good camp ticket to really justify that price, just because of how much real world money you're putting in to get those diamonds. You definitely want to have a bigger benefit. The ultra biscuits do help. They are very nice, but I still think the good camp ticket is really where the money's going to be at. So we really need to start seeing good camp tickets in these large bundles to make them worthwhile. But honestly, the bundles kind of go about like normal. The small bundle is one of the better values. You can get 3 of them, so you can get 15 Poke Biscuits relatively cheap for 750 diamonds. And that'll also get you 9 small handy candies and 6 small ghost type candies. So that's pretty good. That's a pretty good bundle. If you got the diamonds to buy all 3, I don't see any reason not to, unless you just don't need the biscuits. Because honestly, the candies are nice, but you probably have a ton of small handy candies anyway, so I don't know that 9 is really going to make a huge difference. But the ghost type candies, kind of a similar story. I don't know that 6 small ghost type candies is going to make a huge difference for most people. But if it does, even better. All in all though, small bundle, probably the most valuable bundle. The medium bundle is pretty close to it though this time around. The medium bundle is actually looking pretty nice. For 1,200 diamonds, it's not bad. I'd say the small bundle's winning this time around, with the medium bundle just right behind it, not far, and the large bundle, I mean, if you got the diamonds and you want it, go for it, but it's not really something that I'm like, oh, we have to get this. Definitely taking 3rd place in this competition. But all in all, the bundles are actually pretty solid this time around, so no real complaints other than I feel like you need a good camp ticket or a skill seed of some kind in the large bundle to really make it worthwhile. But other than that, bundles are pretty solid. And the rest of this is just explaining how candies and incense work, which we already know. So, bundles, pretty decent this time around. Go ahead and pick up whichever one you want. If you got the diamonds for them, go for it. But of course, as always, let me know what you think about these bundles in the comments if you think that I am looking at this the wrong way. All right, let's go ahead and move on. And let's see. We've got some community reports that we need to get. Also, PR86, final total for that Eevee. Probably still not going to keep it, but I don't know. Let's move on. 42 community reports with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 doubled up. Very nice. Can't have a day like yesterday every day. All right, let's move on. We didn't get any level ups today, but that is okay. We have got some stuff to do. Let's collect. I was hoping for an ingredient trigger or an ingredient magnet there, a skill trigger, but no dice. Double trigger there is very good. That is very good. Maybe we can actually swap into our overnight team tonight finally. Please, just let me do it. Not as many potatoes as I wanted. We barely had enough for breakfast when I went to bed last night, so it kind of worked out that we didn't have enough energy to do the overnight team, because Meowscarada would definitely need to be on the team. As you can tell, I have not been running wall rain like I wanted, because we just have not been able to keep up with potato production, so that might be an issue that we have to address moving forward. There you are, hiding, you silly goose. All right. Single skill trigger from Dedenne. Also only got 1 or 2. I think this is only a 20% extra tasty chance right now. Let's see. Yeah, 20%. See what I mean about the potatoes? This is a problem. This is a big problem. I am too short. 2 potatoes shy of being able to make this. I thought this was a sure thing at this point. Blastoise clearly doing his job. Victory Bell clearly doing their job. The thing holding us back is the potatoes. Both Victory Bell and Meowscarada have let me down severely. And honestly, I'm not really sure what to do about it. Victory Bell at level 50, I think it's berry finding S, so that doesn't help me. Miascarada at level 50 gets, what do you get? Ingredient Finder M, that would help, but that is a long way to go to get there, and I definitely do not have the candies. Yikes, Aroni, bro. This is a big old bad news for me. All right, let's see. Current level 35, 774, just leveled up with 132 candies. Whoa. Yeah, to get to level 50. Wow. 430 or 135. 145. Cannot read today. 145 small candies. Handy candies. Definitely not happening. So that's a problem. That is a big, big problem. And it looks like I have no psychic type candies. Well, not much we can do about that then. We are just kind of stuck. Let me go double check Victory Bell. I'm pretty sure that it's not going to help either. Yeah, level 50 is berry finding. Yeah, we have a problem. Let's see, who else can do potatoes? I don't think it's gonna help, honestly. I really don't think it's gonna help. One of you two? Soybean and potatoes. Not many though. Not as many as I would need. Same story. Whooper, what are you doing here? You maybe potentially level 19 though. That frequency is not bad. Yeah, we're in a bad spot. We are in a bad spot with these potatoes. I don't know what to do other than just hope we get lucky. At this point, we just have to make breakfast. There's not enough time for me to collect any more and try to get it. I don't think I have any ingredient tickets. Unless Blastoise gets an ingredient trigger, or I said it again, ingredient magnet. Nope. We're hurting. We're in a really bad place. We're in a very, very bad place. I do have psychic candies. I have mediums. Ooh. But that's a dark type. That's the candy I need, not psychic candies. I think I said psychic earlier. I need dark type candies. And I don't have any of those. Yeah, we are not in a good place. Not at all. Alright, well. We just have no choice. We just have to make something. Ingredient trigger? Magnet? I did it again! No, just another berry. Why am I so bad at that? Why do I keep saying ingredient trigger? Whatever. We just have to make what we can make. There's nothing we can do about it. Just very unfortunate. Is what it is. And sometimes what it is ain't good. We could make limber corn stew, but I don't know that I want to take any more potatoes given how things are going. Do we have the stuff to make the other stew, maybe? Maybe we can at least salvage it in that way. That we make the other new stew. I forget what it's called. Not the cross chop, that's salad. Dizzy Punch Spicy Curry, do we have what we need? No, we're short on herbs. We have everything we need but the herbs, go figure. Go figure. Oh, man. All right, well, there's not much we can do. We just have to make something. And honestly, I think I'm going to make the solar power tomato curry just to not use potatoes. It's the strongest thing I can make that doesn't use potatoes. We can use the sausage though. We don't need those. We don't need the ginger. We can use a decent amount of honey. We just need to make sure we save some. That much honey we need to save for the dizzy punch. Oil we don't need. We'll just throw in a cocoa. Well, disappointing day. It's a disappointing day in Pokemon Sleep. But it is what it is. There's nothing we can do about it except hope that next time is better. That's all we can do. All right. Watch, now that I've made breakfast, we're going to back out. Meowscarada's going to have something for me to collect, and it's going to be potatoes. Just to spite me. All right, 13,000 is definitely not going to put us at Ultra 3. But we're doing pretty well. Blastoise again, really? A lot of Oran berries. Blastoise, keep it up. I like it. Too bad we're not on the beach. But I don't know. We're just going to have to see how things go. Things are just not working in our favor this week. We're getting snoozing type, which is the only one we don't want. Potatoes aren't coming in like they need to. Our extra tasty triggers aren't happening. Gardevoir is still not getting as many skill triggers as she should. That's been going on since last week. We're just having a run of bad luck. It happens. But unfortunately, it's happening yet again. But let's go ahead and collect our 1,670 Dream Shards for going to bed on time. Not going to bed on time. Reaching Grade 2. Let's see. Where are we at? We need 340,000. We are still very, very shy. Not able to do the pod expansion yet. So, yeah. We need another 16,338 research XP until we can get to level 60. And then we can pop all those Dream Clusters. So that's what we're doing. We're just waiting to see when that happens. But on that sour note, that's where we are going to end today's video. So thank you for watching. Make sure to hit that subscribe button if you do enjoy these videos. A huge shout out to our ace trainers, Illusion, JP, Whitey, and Husky Star. Thank you for supporting the channel. If you'd like to support the channel, click that join button right next to the subscribe button. And while you're down there, click the link to the Discord in the description box. Come and hang out with a bunch of cool people that are into Pokemon Sleep. Other than that, y'all have a good night. I hope things are going better than they are for me. And until next time, later, dudes. Good morning, everyone, and welcome back. We are on day 4 of a chill week on Snowdrop Tundra, and we have some stuff to talk about today. Last night was the maintenance. That means that all the information that we need to know about Mimikyu is available, and we will talk about that later. But for now, we're going to start off with a recovery instance for our reward stamp card. We're going to get 20,275 sneaky snacking because we did swap in our wall rain overnight, and we're also going to pick up 200 sleep points, puts us at 4,111. If I can do math, that is correct. All right. And for our daily lottery, we are gonna pick up something nice. It's gonna be a small dream cluster. We will put that to use here sometime in the next few days. Whenever we finally get to level 60, I have a feeling it probably won't be until the Halloween event, but we're gonna get there eventually and soon. So let's go ahead and jump into this sleep report, see if we got the dozing or slumbering type to get us a chance to see either of the Pokemon that we are trying to find while we are here on Snowdrop Tundra. Are you kidding me? Really? Again? This is getting frustrating. Snoozing again. Well, I mean, at least getting snoozing this much is making it to where we don't need as much slumbering or dozing to be able to grab those types in the future. But it's still annoying that I cannot get what I need. Snoozing is the only sleep type I don't need, and I can't get anything but. Anyway, let's move on. We've got a few spawns here, 7 of them in total. Togetic, Flaffy, Raticate, Jigglypuff, who else? Another Flaffy, a Slowpoke, and another Slowpoke. I think that was everybody. Yep, that's everyone. Looks like a whole lot of nothing that I'm really too interested in catching, to be honest with you. Raticate's hungry. I mean, I do have Eradicate that does perform pretty well. I mean, it looks like we're taking home Eradicate today, and that's about it. Because, don't really care too much for anything else. At least this will put it in the Pokédex now that we've officially caught it. Because fun fact, it doesn't matter if you evolve a Rattata into Eradicate. You have to actually catch the Raticate for it to be officially in the Pokédex. Counted as befriended, I think they call it in this game. So yeah, you will have to catch one of everything eventually. So might as well get it out of the way since we got nothing else to do. And honestly, I think Ampharos, Mareep Candy might be the most beneficial out of this. I really don't have any good choices. Sorry everybody if it's not what you wanted. I really didn't have good choices today, so at least it wasn't Rattata Candy. Anyway, we're gonna get 2,317 research XP and 4,938 dream shards. Very good. Still got a long way to go. It's like 200 something thousand just to get the next pod expansions. Oh yay, we're getting there slowly. All right, Eradicate, let's see how good you are. We've got a level 19 in Brave. We've got Apple, Soybean, Apple, which doesn't really matter. Berry Specialist. We've also got, starting off poorly, Ingredient Finder S, Inventory Up S, both not what we want. Helping Speed is okay. Skill Trigger S is not what we want. And Skill Level Up S, also not what we want. Brave Nature, at least it's Speed of Help Up. At least there's that. But it's still not quite what we're looking for. Calculate, probably not great. Not bad, apparently. Not as bad as I thought it would be with Ingredient Finder and Inventory Up. I guess that means that the Speed of Help is really helping a lot. You can see just on the nature alone, this is at 92%. One of the best natures we could get, since there's only a 4% probability that we could catch something better. Which is probably going to be Adamant. Brave, yeah, I think Brave might actually be the second best nature for a berry gatherer. Maybe. I mean, it depends on what their main skill is. Maybe you don't want their main skill, but with charge energy, I definitely would want to get those skill triggers. So I wouldn't want a Naughty on a Pokemon like Raticate that has charge energy. I think Adamant. Yeah, Adamant still hands down the best nature for a berry specialist. Lonely, it's all right. I think you could get by without Lonely if you have a healer on the team. But yeah, Brave is not bad, and it's showing. This is already almost done because it's just, so mid that the calculator is just finishing it up very quickly. Like, man, this is bad. I'm just gonna go ahead and hurry up and move on. And now that I say that, it's gonna take forever. We're moving super slow, but it's gonna be around a 56 PR. We're not gonna linger here any longer. We'll let that run just to finish out and see exactly what it is, but definitely going to live with the professor, that's for sure. All right, let's move on. Let's see if we can get something else more interesting going on today. We have new news, which is almost certainly just going to be like, hey, maintenance is done. Yep, maintenance complete. There is another one, though. Maintenance complete. Thank you for your cooperation. Update contents, version 2.1. All right, preparation for the Halloween 2024 Double Candy Research event, which is why we have the information about Mimikyu today. The addition of the new alarms, Berry Collection, and Quiet Awakening. I meant to check those out. I mean to check those out. I will check them out later. Weren't in the game yet when I went to sleep, so I couldn't check them out yet, but I do plan to check them out because I'm curious what those are going to be like. And then the addition of a new main skill, Disguise Berry Burst, which is from Mimikyu, as we know from the Mimikyu announcement the other day. Game contents, the addition of a pop-up notification when an instance is not used during sleep research and is returned to your bag instead. There are very few circumstances where that could happen, but apparently that's a thing. So if you are affected by that, at least now you know. Balance adjustments, the adjustment for the target for the main skill Energizing Cheer S. Probability of this main skill targeting the helper Pokemon with the lowest energy on your team has been raised a little bit more just to bring that in balance with what they have for their vision of that skill. Also, Houndour and Houndoom now have Charge Strength M instead of Charge Strength S, which is fantastic, especially for a Snowdrop team, because they are berry specialists. They bring in the Dark Berry, which you use on Snowdrop Tundra. So if you got a good one, you may want to recheck it. It might be a great one now. The main skill chance did get lowered for them just slightly as a result. Hopefully they stick to that word slightly, which means just a tiny bit, because slightly is kind of a vague word. So hopefully they stick to it and it's not too significant of a lowering. And then Umbreon also got the upgrade new skill. I'm not really sure what we would call this. It is a unique skill. Umbreon's the only one with it. So I guess in a way it's technically new. But the Moonlight Charge Energy S also lowered the skill chance on that one a little bit, slightly as they put it. This skill now restores energy to the user, but upon a great success, it will now also restore a small amount of energy to a random Pokemon on your team. Notes, main skill levels will be maintained after the Pardon me. So if your Houndour or Umbreon was at main skill level 4, you'd already put some main skill seeds into it. It will stay at level 4. You don't have to put more seeds into it. It doesn't start over. So that's good. And then adjustments to helper Pokemon's helping stats. Pikachu, the Halloween hat Pikachu specifically, the frequency has been shortened slightly. So that's a good change as well, especially with the event coming up, because we're going to find some Halloween hat Pikachus. So pretty good, especially since they can't evolve. All right, a change to the research community sharing option. After the update, your tracking device sharing options will be automatically set to on. You can pick what to share with your friends through the sharing options on the lower right of the research community screen. Also, some text are justified or unified, and other small bug fixes and adjustments. Good stuff. Good stuff all around. All right, let's check out these community reports. There should be a decent amount of them. Oh, whoa, well, I got a pop-up, so I'm guessing everybody is going to get a pop-up. Sharing option for tracking device turned on. Cool, no worries. You can choose what information is shared with your friends on the sharing options screen. Cool, no worries. How many community reports did we get? Only 40. With 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. That doubled up. Very nice. Out of 40, 14 is pretty good. No level ups today. But that is all right. That is all right. All right. Let's jump into the meat and taters. That was just an interesting scene of them walking past each other. Double trigger there. Didn't get the pod expansion from Meowscarada, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and collect all of that. No ingredient magnet. I was kind of hoping for that, to be honest with you. A couple extra ingredients never hurt nobody. Did get extra tasty on Dedenne, or from Dedenne last night for dinner. So no skill trigger there means probably won't get extra tasty for breakfast. Skill trigger on Victory Bell though, very good. This is the good start of a day. We are actually in a really good place. We're in a very good place right now. Finally, took till Thursday, halfway through the week for us to get there. But we got there. Let's see, let's go ahead and make this. Yeah, we have enough potatoes for lunch, but not much more, so Meowscarada is going to stay on the team for a while. Tomatoes are getting kind of up there, but still not to the point that I want them to be for me to switch out Victory Bell just yet. But as you can see, the cocoa and milk situation, we're in a really good spot, so that's why I took Blastoise off the team, swapped in Walrein, tried to get a little bit of berry strength while we're at it. Plus, Walrein has helping bonus and sleep XP bonus, so it can kind of help some of the lower level Pokemon get just that little bit extra XP. Okay, I'm pretty sure that we have just the base extra tasty. Yeah, just base extra tasty chance. So let's not throw in our high level ingredients. Let's get that oil in there. We want to save the herbs. What did we just... Oh, we got a recovery incense. That's what it was. You know what? I don't think we need PR 55 on that Eradicate. Definitely going to the professor. But I don't think we need... Let me make sure. Corn. We do not. We don't need corn for Sunday, so we can use some of that. That's fine. Get a little bit of extra oomph into this butter curry. It's extra tasty anyway. I'm glad we used the corn. Perfect. Fantastic. Love it. Mwah, chef's kiss. 10 out of 10. An extra 40k right there. Right off the top. Love to see it. That one feels better than the Dedenne ones because it's like, yeah, that was just a pure extra tasty. 10% chance, and I got it. All right. That will definitely put us at Ultra 5 and that close to Master 1. That close. All right, yeah, we're definitely in a good spot now. Most definitely. Ultra 5. All we're really trying to do is get to Master 3 to get that incense. We don't want to get our rank too high, just because we don't want to limit those spawns, but we did have a goal. I believe it was... Actually, you know what? We did want to get our rank high. What am I talking about? What did we say the goal was? I don't even remember now. Master 8, I think? I think that was a goal. Somewhere around there. I don't know. To be honest with you, I've been so distracted by everything going so terribly wrong this week that I kind of forgot about the goal. But speaking of goals, let's go ahead and collect our reward for this mission, Ultra 4. It's going to be a small dream cluster. Again, we'll use that later when we get to level 60. The more we can stack up before level 60, the better. Actually, we might hit Master 1 just off these berries. All right, well, all of the usual stuff out of the way. We're definitely going to hit Master 1 here in a second. All of the usual stuff out of the way. Let's go ahead and take a look at Mimikyu. So this is your chance. If you don't want to see anything about Mimikyu, you don't want to be spoiled about it, this is your chance to go ahead and click away. And if that's the case, then I will see you later. Goodbye. We'll see you tomorrow. But we're going to jump into looking at Mimikyu right now. There he is, the adorable little guy. It's really funny, this little like hand-drawn art style being in the sleep art style. I kind of like it. It's cute, but it kind of also stands out a bit. Little, like, not unnerving, but it just like doesn't quite fit right, but I like it. It's perfect. Anyway, we did know that Mimikyu was going to be a dozing special, or a dozing sleep type. It is a skill specialist, which is kind of what we all expected, I think, given its main skills, or its main skill. But let's see, can we check out and see if they've got any information? There's our Master 1. No information as to the numbers just yet. So that will be interesting to take a look at once they figure that out. For now, it is going to take 16 hearts to take it home, which, or 16 pips to take it home, which is about right. It's it is a Pokemon that cannot evolve, a one-stage evolution. That's what we call those, which they are almost always 16 outside of legendaries. So no surprise there. Base inventory of 19 and a base frequency of 4140. That's actually very good. That means this thing is going to be very quick. I will be interested to see what that skill trigger rate is going to be with that frequency and how many triggers we can expect to get in a day. I think Mimikyu, whether you use it on your main team constantly or not, at the very least, I think Mimikyu, just based off of this, and especially depending on that skill trigger rate, could end up being a very good Pokemon for if you are on vacation or you're having a week where you just don't want to pay attention to the game all that much and you're running berry specialists. I think that's where Mimikyu is really going to shine. So it's going to be worthwhile to have a good one in your back pocket just for those scenarios where you want to use it. That's probably going to be how I use it. But I could also see a scenario where it might actually be good to have it on the team for berry events, like the Halloween event where we have a set ghost berry. If you have an event like that where the berry is set and you know what you need and you have a good team for those berries, you can use Mimikyu to get all of that. But especially for Halloween, because Mimikyu is a ghost type in this game, of course, we knew that. So it's going to bring in tons of ghost berries for the Halloween event. I don't know, just trying to think of different ways that we can use them. But I don't know that personally I will use Mimikyu on my team all the time. But I definitely want to have a good one in my back pocket for that scenario, especially if, like I said, if I'm going to be gone for a day or a week or whatever and need to just run berry specialists and I can't check the game too often, having Mimikyu on the team, especially with the ability to double stack those skill triggers, because it is a skill specialist, it's going to be really handy in those scenarios. We are going to get 8 candies whenever we see one, so that is pretty good. But let's see. So far, Greengrass Isle and Old Gold Power Plant are going to be the only place it spawns, and I believe it stays on Greengrass even beyond the event. I think it will always be Greengrass and Old Gold, if I remember correctly. Let me go ahead and pull that up on the side while I look at this. So in order to encounter a Mimikyu, you are going to need to get to pretty decent rank on Greengrass Isle. You're going to need to be Master 2 to see the 1-star, Master 6 for the 2-star, and Master 7 for the top belly. So yeah, it's not going to be something easy to find. By the time you get to Master 2, you have a ton of potential spawns, Pokemon that could potentially spawn. So it's not going to be easy to find on Greengrass, but it is going to be possible. It looks like if you want to have a better chance of finding it, you're going to go to Old Gold Power Plant, where you can get the 1-star at Great 5, the 2-star at Ultra 4, the 3-star starting at Master 5. That's about right. The 3-star does seem to be a little bit more difficult in general, and the Top Belly at Ultra 5. And for Drowsy Power requirements, you need 12,692,000 for the 1-star, 40,926,000 for the 2-star, 139,612,000 for the 3-star, and 155,344,000 for the Top Belly. So very, very high Drowsy Power requirements for especially the 3-star and 4-star on the Mimikyu. 2-star is decently high, but probably won't be too hard to find it. 1-star at 12 million, 13 million basically. Should be fairly easy once you get up into these ranks on these islands, so I don't think that's going to be a problem. Let's see, this is new. I think this is the first time we've really looked at this, the event info. Yeah, it's just showing the much greater appearance rate. It doesn't actually give us how much greater, so that's unfortunate, but it is good to know that we do have a much greater appearance rate of Mimikyu, so maybe we can actually find one during the Halloween event, because most of us should be able to get pretty high into the master, well, around the mid masters by the end of the week for most people, unless you are just brand new. So we should be doing pretty well. But looking at this news, it does not seem to indicate that Mimikyu will leave Greengrass once the event is over. So it looks like Mimikyu is a new permanent addition to Greengrass Isle and the Old Gold Power Plant. So good to know. Good to know. Of course, we don't have the ingredients just yet. Those won't come in until we start catching them. I'm still don't know why they can't see the ingredients in the data mine, but for whatever reason, they have never been able to. So we don't know the ingredients until we start catching it. But honestly, with being a skill specialist, the ingredients aren't really going to be that big of a deal. It will be more of a, oh, that's interesting, or those ingredients are okay. But really the interesting part is the skill specialist, which is good because like I said, that means we can double stack skill triggers with this new main skill. So it's going to be really interesting to see how effective this is going to be and how people use Mimikyu in their team. But for now, that is everything that we know that you need to know about Mimikyu and how to find it. Of course, we're all going to go to Greengrass for the Halloween event, so it should be pretty easy for us to find one. We're also going to get the Mimikyu instance almost certainly from an event mission. I would be very surprised if we don't. So we all should at least see one. Whether or not we catch it, with it being 16 pips to take it home, that's a different story, but we'll see. But anyway, that is going to be it for today. Let me know what you think about all this Mimikyu information down below in the comments. And while you're there, go ahead and let me know how you plan to use Mimikyu on your team, or how you think people could use it, even if you don't plan to use it. Definitely good for us to strategize with each other and kind of brainstorm a little bit and figure out what's the best way to use these new Pokemon. I also just realized that I just barely got to Master 1. And it stopped right there, like just enough berries to get to Master 1. But that's going to be it for today. So thank you for watching the video. Make sure to hit that subscribe button if you do enjoy these videos. A huge shout out to our ace trainers, Illusion, JP White, and Husky Star. Thank you for supporting the channel. If you'd like to support the channel, click that join button right next to the subscribe button. While you're down there, click the link to the Discord in the description box. Come and join us, talk about Pokemon Sleep. And other than that, y'all have a good night. And until next time, later, dudes. Good morning, everyone, and welcome back. We are on day 5 here on Snowdrop Tundra, where we are hoping to not get the snoozing type yet again. We need anything but the snoozing type, but we're going to start off with some sneaky snacking. 16,384 worth of sneaky snacking. I did swap the team around just a little bit more. We're also going to get 25 diamonds for going to bed on time and getting that next stamp on our reward card. And I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to go ahead and collect from everybody now so that they can be working on getting some other stuff in the background. So maybe we don't end up in a situation like we had earlier this week where I was 1 potato short. Maybe that little bit of time that we're working on the sleep report and everything, maybe they'll get us what we need and we won't do that again. But Let's go ahead and collect this. We did get the 1 skill trigger from Wall Rain, which gave us an ingredient magnet. I saw a few leaks in there, so that's pretty good. Only 1 skill trigger from Gardevoir. The team was not at the energy level I needed it to be before I went to bed last night, but it is what it is. We did get a double trigger from Dedenne, though, and that's what we love to see. Keep it up, my guy. I did also get extra tasty lunch yesterday, so extra tasty, just base extra tasty chance for breakfast. Lunch, I had only gotten 1 skill trigger from Dedenne, and so it was 15% chance. Got that one too, so that's why we're at Master 3 already. But things are going pretty well, mostly well, for yesterday. But now that we've got everything collected, we can go ahead and jump into our usual routine, and we'll grab our 200 sleep points. That'll put us at 4,311. And for our daily lottery, we can go ahead and grab ourselves a daily gift of a small ingredient ticket. I really just don't value those for myself anymore. I mean, if I could get to a point where I just stock up a ton of them, maybe they'd be good, but I feel like I'm always using them to gamble and try to get the ingredient I want, and it just never goes in my favor. All right, well, let's jump into this sleep report. See if we get the snoozing type, because we don't want it. Definitely don't want it. It would be nice to see at least one of the Pokemon I'm looking for during this week. Would be nice. That possibly Slumbering or Balanced. Balanced would be fine. Slumbering, there we go. Slumbering's a good one. We do want that. All right. Let's see. I did hit Master 3 before I went to bed. So yeah, full 8 spawns. We're looking pretty good. 4 3-stars? Okay, there we go. 3 3-stars and in a top belly. What do we have here? Hopefully what we're looking for. Come on. A Spiel. A Geodude. Not quite what we're looking for. I mean, I could use a better Spiel. My Wall Rain is very good, but it's one of those that's only very good for now. It's not going to be good in the long term, but Snover. That's what we were looking for. We got 2 Snovers. So we got Geodude, 2 Snovers, Cubone, Riolu, Spiel, Wynot, and a Cramorant. I have not seen a Cramorant in a while. I'm going to blame Cramorant for crashing my game. That was his fault. I don't know what happened. Apparently nobody's hungry. So yeah, we're just going to have to make this work the best we can. Cramorant, yeah, I've only caught the one, and it was the shiny one that we have that's just awful. Let's go ahead and catch this Snover. We already know we need it. We are dangerously low on biscuits. The fact that I only have 1 is a problem. Okay, well, we're gonna catch at least 1 Snover. We need as many Snover as possible to try to get what we're looking for, which is an ABB Snover for those eggs. At level 60, the egg production between Delibird and Snover and Abomasnow is only like a 2 or 3 egg a day difference. And given that Snover is so much easier to catch, we're really hoping to get that. Big problem in that this Snover, I really don't want to let this go. What can we do? What can we buy? We do still have some more biscuits available. You know what? Yeah, let's buy 2 of them. Let's buy 2 of those real fast. And oh, did I? No, surely I have bought all. Yeah, I already bought all those. Okay, yeah, I had to buy the regular priced ones. All right, so let's do a great biscuit. I really want to try to take this home, because if we can get that ABB, it's going to make a big difference in our egg production capabilities, and it's really going to help out. Probably would be smart to go ahead and do 1 more great biscuit, but I'm feeling lucky today. Probably just jinxed it. Okay, good. My feeling of luck was correct. Problem is, this leaves us with no biscuits to get anything. Well, of course, now we get the big hit. Couldn't get that on the great biscuit the first time around. Anyway, if we can get some eggs going, we will be in a really good spot. So hopefully one of these two is what we need. And I am not spending any more biscuits because I don't want to spend any more sleep points just yet. Cramorant, I mean, I feel like that's the right candy to send out because it's rarer. But at the same time, I don't think anybody really uses Cramorant. I'm going to send out, you know what? Spheal candy is always useful. I feel like Spheal candy is very useful, so we're gonna send that out. If I was wrong and Cramorant is the more desired choice, be sure to let me know. I will adjust the candy that I send out in the future. I just feel like nobody uses Cramorant, even though it's rare and usually you want to send out the rare candies. I don't see anybody, like no one ever talks about using a Cramorant, so I feel like it's pretty useless. We are going to get 3,337 research XP and 5,616 dream shards. Very good. All right, where is Snover on this little list of Pokemon? I am blind. There you are. Level 13 and gentle. I think that's gentle, I forget. That is not the ingredient spread we want, although tomato mushroom with an AAC split is kind of interesting. Maybe inventory up S, skill trigger M, berry finding. Okay, not what we want at all, not what we were looking for at all. Gentle, yeah, main skill chance. So yeah, this is not what we're looking for out of a Snover. There we go. Now that you can see. Not what we're looking for in a Snover. Yeah, ingredient strength is not great. Not great. Out of curiosity, with that berry finding, what's total strength look like? Yeah, that's kind of what I figured. Honestly though, this isn't the Snover for us. It's not the ingredient spread we want, even if we were really interested in let's go ahead and move over. Even if we were interested in this ingredient spread with tomatoes and mushrooms, is there really any overlap? I mean, yeah, it's a decent amount of overlap there, but that is it's gonna be hard to get that amount, or enough for 3 of them in a day. Just from one day, we'd have to prepare. But I mean, technically, yeah, here could be good there if we were making spore mushroom salad. But by the time we get to level 60, if we're still making spore mushroom salad, we should be working on some other things. So yeah, it's really not any good synergy there. At least not without the triple ingredient up. I feel like that would be the only way you'd really be able to use this for the hidden power perk ups too. So yeah, we're not gonna do this one. We're gonna send this one to the professor. That's not a very good Snover. Let's go ahead and check the next one out. Maybe, just maybe, it'll be what we need. Come on, buddy, it's up to you. Level 14 and mild. Mild is okay. No, I'm thinking of rash. What is mild? I don't remember. Ugh, ABC though, that's not what we're looking for either. I've caught so many Snover and none of them are what I want. Sleep XP bonus is kind of nice. Helping speed S is good. Dream shard bonus, skill trigger S. This is, yeah, another dud. I mean, it is ingredient finding, which is good. In this case, I think I would rather have quiet or rash, probably rash. Well, I mean, energy recovery down is not bad. We can get past that with a good healer. But yeah, this thing just starts out okay and just gets worse over time, and it's not the ingredient spread we want. We already have an Abomasnow that has tomatoes and then eggs at level 30, and it's the problem child, so we really need that ABB, and it's not working out for me. Honestly, yeah, these are both duds. Both of them. which is just very unfortunate. Nothing I can do about it though, honestly. This one is just not good. We're just gonna stop looking at that and we're gonna move on, because this is just disappointing. Went through all that work to catch 2 of them and couldn't even get a decent one out of it. They're both bad. Yeah, that's rough. That is rough. Almost as rough as 94 sneaky snacking, but at least it adds up. All right, let's jump into this. I believe this is, yes, new news. We got some new news here. We've got, the sleep report. That's why when I saw the red icon there and that it was news, I was very confused on what it could be. What do we have left to announce? Would be nice if they announced Good Sleep Day was going to overlap with Halloween event, but pretty sure that's not happening. Anyway, the Good Sleep Report, Volume 15. Our sleep tends to be shorter and shallower during the full moon. However, we found that on the night of the full moon during this Good Sleep Day, the average duration of all you researchers around the world was 6 minutes exactly, longer than average. So we actually kind of went back up. The average sleep duration during Good Sleep Day compared to average sleep durations on the same days of the previous week. Nice. We're actually trending upwards again. For a while there, we were trending downwards. Honestly, this doesn't make any difference to us at all in gameplay wise. It's just kind of interesting to see where the trend is going. A very minor interest, but kind of interesting. This month's sleep tip, our immune system requires sufficient sleep to function well. So if you don't get enough sleep, you're gonna get sick more often. Good to know. Make sure you get plenty of sleep so that your body can be well rested and recovered. Especially for those of you out there that go to the gym. Make sure you get plenty of sleep. Let those muscles recover as well. All right, let's move on. Actually, no, I forgot something, but we're going to have to go back because I've already clicked the button. 42 community reports with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. They doubled up. Very nice. Very good. Hey, another level up. It's another link cable in the box. All right. The thing that I forgot, they usually announce the next Good Sleep Day, and I was so interested in everything else around it, I forgot to even look. Yep, next Good Sleep Day, November 15th to November 17th. So we got a little bit of time to wait, a couple weeks to go, but we're not far off. That will be on a, let's see, November 15th to 17th. That is a Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So it'll just be the base default values for Good Sleep Day that we normally get, not the ×4 drowsy power for being on a Monday, but that's fine. We have no issues there. Good to know. That means we'll just get ×2. Nice. All right, well, now we know, and now we can plan and be prepared for when Good Sleep Day rolls around. Save those growth insets. All right, let's go ahead and jump into the meat and taters. Let's see if we can get something real interesting going on here. Nobody collected anything, so maybe my idea of collecting before the sleep report is not that helpful. Gardevoir was the only one that got anything at all. All right, well, we should have enough. Well, potatoes are kind of concerning. They've been concerning all week, to be honest with you. You do have a 20% chance for an extra tasty. Did we get exactly the potatoes we needed? Okay. We have a little more than what we needed, so that's good. 20% extra tasty chance. We, what do we want to throw in here? We want probably apples. We can throw the sausage in. Yep, and we're good. Job done. All right. Can we get a 1 in 5 extra tasty? No, we cannot. 40,404, a very nice number. All right, good. We are doing very well. We hit Master 3. We may be back on track for the goal of, what was it, like 1.5 million, I said? Like I said, I don't remember, and I forgot to go back and check Monday's video to see what I said our goal was. But even if we don't hit our goal, we're in a really good spot. Did you just get a skill trigger? No, okay. Just a berry. We might, though. We might have to make a change to the team. How are we looking for all this stuff? Okay. So we have enough cocoa for all the way through breakfast tomorrow. We need a lot more milk. The potatoes are in a bad place. As much as I don't want to, we may need to swap Walrein back out for our tomato potato victory bell. Swapping the two Blastoise in and out with each other has worked very well this week, but the potatoes have just been absolutely brutal. And I really need to keep Meowscarada on the team to get that XP because she gets Ingredient Finder M at level 50. So we definitely want to make sure that we get there as quickly as possible. We don't have the candy to get her there now. I mean, that's cool. It's a favorite berry, but it's not the berry I needed. 208. So that's kind of the boat we're in, is just potatoes. And based on the comments I've been reading, a lot of people are in the same boat where potatoes are holding them back. Kind of interesting. I thought, and granted, this is just because of the sub skills that mine has. Not getting Ingredient Finder earlier means she's going to start out a lot weaker, but will get better over time and will be very good towards the end. So it's just mine. That's why. But I was hoping it would be better. Anyway, yeah, we're just going to have to keep an eye on all this stuff and just keep making changes as needed. But we're still on track for good things, like hitting Master 3 and getting that Slackoth incense, which we could use a better Slackoth too. I'm not going to use any incense because we desperately need to save some biscuits. Really could use some biscuits from the daily lottery, especially if we get that triple biscuit hit. That would be really good. But as of right now, we are just not in a great place biscuit wise. We could buy all of these if we wanted. Yeah, it'd leave us with 1,311. Which means we wouldn't have enough for the master biscuit this month. So I think at this point, I'm just gonna take it easy on the biscuits. I'm gonna buy them as needed for whatever we're trying to catch. And we're gonna go from there. Hopefully we don't have to use too many biscuits, but it would be nice to catch the things that we're here to catch. Definitely could use another shot at a Krogunk. Fortuitous that I get the oil, which is exactly what I need the Krogunk for. So yeah, we are just chilling, and we're definitely, the other issue is we're definitely gonna have to make some progress towards getting ready for Sunday. So here pretty soon I'm gonna have to switch out. I definitely need to get my tomato victory bell back on the team just to get the tomatoes we need for the rest of the week. That's the one ingredient that's going to be on all of our dishes for the rest of the week, including Sunday. So definitely going to have to get ready for that. Vikavolt on the team for a day should be fine. Mushrooms, we've got a Gengar that's really good about mushrooms, so we should be good there. But we're definitely going to have to start getting ready for that. I just need to make sure that we have what we need for the Dream Eater Butter Curry to finish out tomorrow, and then we can get everything for Sunday set up. So that's going to be the plan. Get everything set up for tomorrow. Prepare for Sunday. And other than that, that's all I've got for today. So thank you for watching the video. Make sure to hit that subscribe button if you do enjoy these videos. A huge shout out to our ace trainers, Illusion, JP, White, and Husky Star. Thank you for supporting the channel. If you'd like to support the channel, click that join button right next to the subscribe button. And while you're down there, click the link to the Discord in the description box. Come and join us, talk about Pokemon Sleep, and hang out with a cool community of people. Other than that, y'all have a good night, and until next time, later, dudes. Good morning, everyone, and welcome back. We are on day 6 here in Snowdrop Tundra, just hanging out, having us a chill time, trying to find some Delibird, Krogunk, or Snover that will actually help us get some stuff made, because we need to make some more recipes. But we are going to start off with 22,619 sneaky snacking. I did have to swap the team around last night. Things are not going great last night. Went to make dinner, had all of 4, count them, 1, 2, 3, 4 potatoes. Couldn't even make the Dream Eater Butter Curry, so I had to make, I don't even remember what I made, Solar Power Tomato Curry or something like that. I don't know. Either way, we have got to get this Meowscarada to level 50, because this is just not working for us, but can't really do that right now. So what we can do now is grab our 200 sleep points. It's going to put us at 4,211 for our grand total. And for our daily lottery, we can pick up hopefully something very nice. Let's see. Let's grab us 10 diamonds. Not bad. I really would have preferred some biscuits, because we are desperately low on biscuits. But it is what it is. And just like with yesterday morning, I'm gonna go ahead and collect from our team and let them start collecting some more ingredients. That ginger is gonna help for tomorrow. And coffee beans, bro, shiny Blastoise showing up. No skill trigger from Gardevoir, which is a shame. She was performing very well yesterday. Trying to get that ingredient magnet from Walrein as well, but he's got for some reason just not showing up this week with that ingredient magnet. Even though it's only 7 ingredients, it does help. And also no extra tasty chance from Dedenne. Decent amount of potatoes. That's not bad. Is that enough? I don't even think that's enough for us to make our Dream Eater butter curry for breakfast. That's a problem. And that's why I wanted to collect now and then get the sleep report going, just to hopefully come back to some more potatoes, because even if all we get is 1 collection from Masquerada and we get the lucky roll of the 5 potatoes from level 30, we'll be doing all right. But 9 hours, 25 minutes of sleep makes sense. I am not really feeling 100% right now. Looks like snoozing yet again. So, well, maybe that means we won't get snoozing at all during the Halloween event. Not good, though. Master 4 research. We should, yeah, we'll definitely get 8 spawns, but we'll have a pretty decent drowsy power. 88.4 million drowsy power. Very good. So not bad at all. Again, 3 stars and 1 atop belly. Anything good, though? Snoozing. Yeah, we can find Eevee in snoozing. That's not bad. We are at the friendship level 40 with Eevee now, so it's going to be I don't know. Everybody says it's more difficult to get a good Eevee at level 40. I don't know that I agree with that, because there are 3 really good gold sub skills that you can get at level 10 and 25 that you would want on an Eevee. So I'm not 100% sure that I agree with it entirely. I don't think it's the best thing. Don't get me wrong. I don't think it's you should really try to start catching Eevee at level 40, but I'm not convinced that it's a bad thing either, if that makes sense. But we did get 2 Slowbros, Flaffy, a Mareep, Togetic, Eevee, Mareep again, and a Wobbuffet. We already have a really good Ampharos, but I wouldn't mind getting another Mareep, particularly a shiny one, but we didn't get that today. But let's see what we got. Who is hungry? No one's hungry. And this is the problem we have, is that we've also had a really bad streak of luck on no one being hungry. Cool. Well, I think we for sure want to take an Eevee home. Let's grab a biscuit. We still have enough for the master biscuit. Let's probably should have waited. Probably should have just done this one first and see if we just get lucky with a big hit. No, we didn't. I mean, honestly, buying 1 Poke Biscuit's not the end of the world, though. But for efficiency's sake, I should have just spent the premium biscuit first. See if we get lucky with an extra tasty, then move on. But it is what it is. Ultimately, like I said, that 1 biscuit, not a big deal. But we are going to catch the Eevee, and we're going to leave it at that, because we do not have biscuits to just be out here trying to catch everything anymore. Got lulled into the false sense of security that is the premium biscuit, and now here we are. But for now, let's see. Yeah, I think Eevee candy is honestly the best one. You can never have enough Eevee candy because of all the evolutions that we have to do, and then on top of that, if you want to level them up, it takes a lot, so never enough Eevee candy. 4,568 research XP, that's very good, and 6,954 dream shards. I might use a Pokemon incense tonight just to try to get some extra XP. If we can get a level 3 or an atop belly, or particularly, yeah, level 3 off of that, we might get enough to level up, but we'll have to take a look at that here in a minute. For now, we've got our Eevee that we need to figure out if the gamble paid off. So it's level 14. It's ABC. That's kind of okay. What else we got? Ingredient magnet, of course, with research XP bonus. We don't want that, but skill level up M is exactly what we want. So this is what I was talking about. Level 40 friendship, you're guaranteed 2 gold sub skills. There are 3 that you want for Eevee. You want helping bonus, you want skill level up M, and you want berry finding S. All 3 of those are very good. I would argue that even sleep XP bonus is very good and dream shard bonus is very good. Granted, you do want those a little bit later. You don't want them at 10 and 25. simply because of how much XP it's gonna take to get to these higher levels. So being able to help level up your team a little bit, particularly if you have a utility EV, that could be very good to have. But again, you do want both of these a little bit later, but ideally you want a combination of helping bonus and either berry finding S or skill level up M. So that's why I'm not 100% convinced that it's a terrible thing, but it is going to make things more interesting. But we also got berry finding, so there we go. Research XP bonus, really the only thing we don't want. If we'd have got helping bonus instead of research XP bonus, I would have been perfectly happy with this, except for the fact that we didn't get a skill trigger at all, which we definitely want. Honestly, yeah, this one's not terrible, but it's not what we're looking for. And impish with the energy recovery up, ingredient finding down, not really beneficial for Eevee, so kind of just is what it is. And yeah, I wouldn't necessarily agree that it's that bad, but I suppose if you take berry finding into account, it is kind of that bad because the berries will fill up your inventory faster as an Eevee. So it can be bad, but I don't think it's this bad in the long run once you invest in it and evolve it, at least once. There is only once you can evolve it, but you get what I mean. Once you evolve it, it's going to be a little bit better on the inventory. Unfortunately, we would have to wait until level 100 to get inventory up, so that is not good, but this is just not the Eevee we're looking for. Hopefully we find the Eevees we're looking for before level 100. I believe that is where we get 3 guaranteed gold sub skills, and that's really not going to be fun. So yeah, this Eevee, not what we need, not what we're looking for. I mean, it's close. It tried, I'll give it that. Skill level up M is very good. Honestly though, if we had helping bonus at 10, berry finding at 25, and skill level up M at level 50 with skill trigger at level 75, but we had not sassy, we don't want XP down. Careful would be fine, I'd be all right. Not careful, yeah, careful, that's the one. I'm losing my mind. Careful would have been good. Gentle would have been okay, but if it had been that setup with either one of those two natures, I'd say, you know, maybe it's worth it. Maybe, just maybe it's worth it in the long run. But we do also have a ways to go before level 75, so maybe we'd want skill trigger at 50 instead of berry finding at 50. Maybe get that berry finding at 75. Yeah, maybe. Definitely not a bad set of sub skills, just definitely in the wrong order, and the nature is not helping. So we're gonna move on. PR 19, not great at all. Sending that one to the professor. Let's move on. Let's get on to some more interesting things. Hopefully, anyway. Hopefully it's interesting in a good way and not interesting in a bad way, like not having enough potatoes to make breakfast, because that's going to be real sad, especially considering we need to start prepping for tomorrow today. All right, well, let's go ahead and leave them for a little bit longer. Let's check and see. I'm pretty sure, yep, no new news, but we do have community reports. There's gonna be 45 of them. Very nice. Oh, somebody got a Blastoise research. Very good. With 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Only 10 that doubled up. Ooh, bad odds today. That's all right. It happens, though. All part of the plan. All right. Let's check. No skill trigger there still. Gardevoir, you slacking today. We need you to step up. Still no more potatoes. Well, we can go ahead and do this. Let's grab our 15 diamonds for going to bed on time. Apparently I already grabbed the Slackoth incense. Did not think I had done that yet, but I guess I did. Still need to find something to use those candies on. Maybe something we can evolve. But for now, let's see what's up. Can we make breakfast? Oh. And this is the problem. This is the problem. We have everything we need except the potatoes. I mean, we have all of the cocoa and milk that we need for the rest of the day. We no longer need Blastoise on the team. Yeah, we have everything we need for both of those. We no longer need Blastoise. We are shy on the tomatoes for the rest of the day. Yeah, we need to swap in Victory Bell, get those tomatoes real fast. But if we can't get the potatoes, then we're in big trouble. This is not a fun position to be in at the end of the week. Not fun. And the best thing I can do right now, honestly, hearty cheeseburger curry. I don't want to use those tomatoes. Let's throw in these apples. I don't want to use, let's go ahead and use the sausage, the oil. I don't want to use the fiery herbs because those will be for tomorrow. The ginger's for tomorrow. We can use a little bit of cocoa. We have more than we need. 9 of them is perfect. That leaves us with, actually, if we're not making this for breakfast, then we can use a little more. We just need 24 left, which means we can use 21. We could throw in the corn, but I don't want to yet. Milk, we can use like 56 of these. We'll just throw in the rest and be done with it. I mean, the only thing I could hope is that maybe this goes extra tasty. It didn't. That would be the only thing that would really save this breakfast. Been a while since we've made this, though. Hearty cheeseburger curry. Might have been, actually, since like right at the start of the game was the last time I made that, maybe. Feel like it's been a long time since I've made it. Yeah, really unfortunate. And no ingredient tickets left. I used one yesterday. I got potatoes out of it, luckily enough, and still in this boat today. Okay, so if we're gonna do this right, we need to make sure that we get all the ingredients we need. We need 3 more tomatoes. Potatoes are the one holding us back, so we can swap out our Blastoise for the combo Victory Bell. But we also got to get, we have got to get working on the ingredients we need for the Hidden Power Perk Up Stew, which shouldn't be a problem. That one actually I think is going to be fairly easy. Okay, let's get Victory Bell on the team first before I forget what I'm doing. This combo Victory Bell here should, I don't see any reason why it wouldn't get us the tomatoes we need, but also help out with the potatoes. And then we could swap you out. The biggest concern is going to be the soybeans for the stew. So let's get our Pupitar up and running. Where are you, buddy? You're here somewhere. Right there. Let's get this guy up and running. No, not you. Who do we need? Uh-oh. Who's our soybean guy? Is it Golem? I was thinking ginger. It's soybeans, not ginger. Uh-oh. There we go. Soybeans. Okay, well, now we need to do a production comparison. We need to figure out who is going to be the soybean gatherer. We're not doing production comparison. We're actually going to go to Pokemon Box. And then we're going to sort. We're going to go to view configuration. We're going to say that we are on, you know what? It doesn't matter what island we're on, actually. But we are going to sort by ingredient count. And cool. Then we should be able to close that out. But then we also have a filter applied. Let's take off the oil and let's filter by, shoo, that's coffee beans, soybeans. Actually, our shiny graveler. Oh no, that's berries. Let's see. We are looking for how many soybeans? 39 from the golem, 31 from the graveler. So it looks like one way or another, that is our choice. And we could finally evolve this guy. That would use some of the candies. We don't want to, we do want to get him to level 25, but we don't want to get him to level 30. However, this guy, if we do get him to level 30, okay, so here's where our production comparison comes in. Let's check and see if we make investments in one of these two, which is the best way to go. All right, so let's sort by soybeans. Let's go ahead and put this one in here and the other golem. Let's say we get you to level 30 and we get you to level 25 and evolve you. So, oh yeah. Yeah, this guy is definitely the way to go then. We just need to get him to level 30. That won't give us all the soybeans we need, but that will give us a lot of the soybeans. And we'll probably have to keep them overnight. We may have enough by the time we get to breakfast tomorrow, but we will be able to get what we need. Unfortunately, we're going to have to use some of our dream shards to get there, but it is probably going to be worth it in the long run, hopefully. All right. Level 30. Soybeans unlocked. He's on the team. We're in a good spot. Now for the rest of the ingredients, we need mushrooms and coffee beans. Coffee beans I'm not worried about with how well the Vikavolt was doing towards the latter half of the week last time around. So not worried about that. Mushrooms, not super worried about it, but as soon as we get potatoes and tomatoes that we need for the butter curry, we will swap into mushrooms and coffee beans, but I also need to get those tomatoes up and running. So I forgot that we needed all those tomatoes. So actually, you know what? I think we're just gonna have to trust our Masquerada. We're just gonna have to throw on the tomato victory bell. I forgot we needed so many tomatoes. So we're gonna have to throw in the tomato victory bell, and we're gonna have to trust our Masquerada to actually bring in the potatoes we need. Otherwise, we're in a bad place. But I'm confident that we can get what we need. Right now, I'm hoping that we can just stock up some extra tasty chances from Dedenne. I was kind of hoping breakfast would go extra tasty, just so we could stock up and get extra tasty breakfast tomorrow. But didn't work out that way. But for now, we've got a plan. Hopefully it works out. But the way it's gone the last 2 days on these meals, I'm kind of getting a little bit nervous. We are at Master 5, almost at 1 million. Let's go ahead and double check real fast where we were. Our previous record was basically 1.3 million. I believe I said let's shoot for 1.5. It is possible. With one extra tasty tomorrow, I think we could do pretty well and possibly get to 1.5 million. Yeah, Master 9 I think is possible. I think that's what I said earlier this week. Master 9 was what we were going to shoot for. It is still possible. We've got the rest of today. Hopefully things go well. Maybe if I get lucky and can get an extra tasty lunch, that will really help, because that's about 80 grand per extra tasty butter curry. So yeah, it's kind of where we're at right now. I might even take Dedenne off the team and stop building extra tasty chances just to get Vikavolt or Gengar in here bringing in mushrooms, just to make sure we've got plenty for tomorrow. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to keep an eye on things and really micromanage this situation today. We are not in a great spot in terms of what we wanted to do, but in terms of our overall goal, I think we're still pretty safe. So just gonna have to see how things go, but that is where I'm gonna end the video today. So thank you for watching the video. Make sure to hit that subscribe button if you do enjoy these videos. A huge shout out to our ace trainers Illusion, JP, White, and Husky Star. Thank you for supporting the channel. If you'd like to support the channel, click that join button right next to the subscribe button, and while you're down there, click the link to the Discord in the description box. Come and join us, talk about Pokemon Sleep, hang out with a community of fun people, and other than that, y'all have a good night, good luck tomorrow, and until next time, later dudes. Good morning, everyone, and welcome back. We are on the final day of our chill week here on Snowdrop Tundra, only picking up 1916 sneaky snacking. That's a little bit misleading, though. I did collect some ingredients from our Pokemon before we recorded today, trying to get those mushrooms that we need. There we go. That's looking pretty good. That might be what we needed, those 12 right there. I'm glad I collected early, but let's go ahead and collect again from the rest of the team. We got a double trigger from Gardevoir. Very nice. Very, very good. Let's see. Can we get some more mushrooms from you guy? No, it's all herbs. That's not good. Okay, so nothing but herbs from that guy. That's all right, though. I think we got enough mushrooms. Hopefully. Gengar's fast enough. Maybe he'll pick up some more between our sleep research. But those soybeans should put us at plenty for what we need for the rest of today. No skill trigger chance there. I was really hoping for some from Dedenne. I was trying to build it up. Trying to make sure that we got an extra tasty breakfast. but no dice. We are going to get 200 sleep points. That puts us at 4,261 for our grand total. And for our daily lottery, we can grab a small ingredient ticket. Maybe that'll be the mushrooms we need. Hopefully we don't have to rely on that for mushrooms, but that's my luck. Anyway, let's jump into this sleep report. Let's see if for more than one day this week we can get something that isn't snoozing. All week, all we've wanted is anything but snoozing. We've gotten something that wasn't snoozing one time, and it was just barely got slumbering. 8 hours, 37 minutes of sleep. I mean, 22% dozing does look pretty promising. But this is really weird. Only 10% slumbering, but I feel pretty well rested. Even as soon as I first woke up, I felt pretty well rested. So that's kind of weird. But it's dozing type, so that's good. There's a Krogunk in there, also potentially Delibird. Just gonna have to see what shows up. We should get a decent drowsy power. I forget even where I'm at right now, but it's somewhere around 80s. Yeah, 90 million actually. 95.4 million. Not bad at all. Decent drowsy power. I also used an instance to try to get just a little bit extra research XP. Hey, there we go. Both of them, and one of them's a new sleep style. Just to get a little bit more research XP to try to hit level 60. So we'll see if we can get to level 60 today as well. I'm really hoping we can. Ooh, that went so fast. A 3-star Raticate, couple of Krogunk. All right, so we've got Bellsprout, Raticate, Krogunk, Ghastly, Psyduck, Mankey, and Absol. I haven't seen Absol in a while. That's not going to be enough research XP if 1880 is all we're getting. That is definitely not going to be enough. Let's see, what do we get for this? This will get us plenty. Well, it'll get us a lot. 3647. With 1880, that might be either just enough or just shy. Oh, that's not even all the Delibirds. We still need 3-star. I mean, I suppose that does make sense given that it's Delibird and that's a bit rare. But now I'm curious. I don't know if we're going to get level 60. It's going to be close, though. Hungry Absol. Ooh, kind of hard to pass that up. And a hungry Psyduck, a hungry Ghastly. Lots of hungries today. We do not need the Ghastly. I think I see exactly what I need to do with you. Yeah, I think I need to buy 2 biscuits with sleep points, honestly. Because I don't want to use anything else to take you home. Hopefully you are the Krogunk that we're looking for. There we go, even better. And you know what? As much as I want to do a silly thing, it's not really the best. Let's see. So if we were to feed this Absol the premium biscuit, we wouldn't even take it home. Okay, so that answers that question. I know what I need to do now. We had 2 Krogunk. Delibird, man, if you would have been hungry, I would have tried for you. But no dice. We don't need a Ghastly. We are perfectly fine on Ghastly. We have really solid, I'm pretty sure, helping bonus and berry finding Ghastly, plus the 1 Gengar that's like 85 PR. So we're doing very well there already. We don't need another Ghastly. We definitely don't need to spend the sleep points to buy the biscuits for a Ghastly right now. Of course, big hit. Not when I need it. We're going to take home both Krogunk, try to really get a solid oil gatherer going. Let's see, is there anything else we want to do? The only one thing that I don't know if for sure is the right word, but you know what? I'm definitely going to get yelled at if I don't do this. Somebody in the comments would yell at me if I didn't do this. And we're going to just feed the 1 biscuit just to see if we get that crit cap. Just because it's rare. Nope, didn't get it. Did not get it. That's all right. We'll feed it little by little and eventually we'll catch it. We already have a really good Coco Blastoise, so getting an Absol for Coco is not super helpful. And Absol used to be pretty decent for apples, but now that we have Skeledirge, we don't really need it. So Absol not a big priority for me at this point in the game. Psyduck and Ghastly both hungry. We could try for a crit cap there, but I don't want to spend any more sleep points than I already have just to try to get a crit cap on Pokemon that I don't really need at this point. So we're going to move on. I just had to do it with the Absol because it's so rare. Other than that, we're moving on. We're going to hope that one of those two Krogunk is what we need. Delibird Candy, probably the best. Best choice out of what we had today, simply because everybody still needs eggs, and Delibird is still the best egg gatherer in the game. So as rare as it is, hopefully we can make sure everybody has enough candy. Oh, we were just shy. 5,553 research XP and 11,811 dream shards. If only there was some way to just gain a slight little bit of XP right now, because I'm pretty sure that we're less than 1,000 off. So we almost certainly, no, yeah, we definitely will be at level 60 tomorrow. It's unfortunate we couldn't make it there today, but there's always tomorrow. All right, level 12. Nope, level 12 is the friendship level. Level 14 in Adamant. Adamant is not what we want to see. And that's okay. AAB is not the ingredient spread we were looking for, but watch, it's going to have the perfect sub skills, I bet, just because it hates me. Skill level up M already. That's not bad, but not what we're looking for. Skill trigger, helping speed S, inventory up S, skill level up S. So yeah, no, not what we're looking for at all. Speed of help up and ingredient finding down. Not what we want to see on an ingredient gatherer. Let's just go ahead and show you. Matter of fact, we only want this for oil, so let's ingredient count A this thing. Yeah, it's kind of bad. I mean, you see how it starts out, because ingredient finding down is just terrible for this thing. So definitely going to live with the professor. We're not even going to let this one finish. We're just going to move on, because Adamant is just an instant no. Let's try again. We've got one more. Level 15. I mean, at least Sirius is neutral. It's not detrimental, but we've already got berry finding. Okay, well, and not the ingredient spread we want. Not good. Not good at all. ABB is terrible. That is, we got, I was going to say we got all the other possible combinations except AAA, but no, we didn't get ABA yet. That'll be the next one, I bet. Berry finding. Ooh, this could still be worth. If only it was not ABB. If this was AAA, this would be fairly worthwhile. Serious nature is neutral. Yeah, look, ingredient strength, it's going to be all right. It doesn't have inventory up, which we definitely want to see on something like this, especially since it only has one evolution. We really want that inventory up, but no dice. So yeah, this is pretty bad. Both Krogunks, pretty bad. I've come to Snowdrop Tundra for Krogunk, Delibird, or Snover, and all of the ones I've caught this week have been bad. This is not good. I'm beginning to think that maybe on these down weeks, we just don't catch anything. We just say, man, forget it. And we only catch them during the events, because that seems to be the only time I get the good ones. Geez. Both of the Krogunks about the same, around like that 50 PR mark, 30 to 50, somewhere around there. Honestly, the other one was so bad, I just kind of blocked it out of my brain, so I don't even know how bad it was anymore. And it was like 2 minutes ago. So yeah, pretty bad. Pretty bad. We're well, we've had a rough streak. Things have been going pretty bad this week. We're gonna move on. We're just gonna move on. Gonna move on, pretend like this week never happened. You know, we jumped straight from the Old Gold Power Plant debut event to Halloween. That's what happened. There was no other week in between there. I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, let's go check and see. We got a new medal at least. No new news. New medal. What do we get? Something good? Something juicy? Biscuits? Total number of Pokemon you've befriended so far, 490. Oh, nice amount of Dream Shards, 6,900. Very good. Very good. You see, right there, right there. 563 research XP away from level 60. I knew we were close. That close to ending the week on a good note by getting to level 60 and at least popping all the dream clusters. But alas, we have to wait until tomorrow. All right, that's going to give us 35 community reports with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 that doubled up. 12 out of 35 is actually very good odds. No level ups today, but that's all right. Soon, very soon. Okay, let's jump into this. Soybeans? Nope. Another citrus berry. Mushrooms? Nope. Another blackberry. Mushrooms? Nope. Another blackberry. All right, well. Moment of truth. Can we make the meal that we want to make? I gotta pull up the recipe again just to make sure. Almost hit auto cook. Let's see. Ooh, no, we are short. We are a little bit short on mushrooms. 7 mushrooms short. Okay, that's bad. That is bad. But we do have a little bit of time. We can wait and see if we can make this. I really don't want to waste this 65% extra tasty on something random. Other than the mushrooms, though, we do have everything else. We need 28 soybeans. So let's see how we're doing. Let's see, 28, 16 coffee beans, which we have plenty. Do we? No, we need 6 more coffee beans if we're going to make all 3 meals. Honestly, with how this week is going, I don't think I'm really going to try to make all 3 meals. I think I'm just going to stock up for next week. We need 23 mushrooms, 7 short, and 25 tomatoes. So yeah, we have everything we need except for the mushrooms. So, yeah. We really just have no choice but to hold off, because other than that, I mean, I could make Dream Eater butter curry. Have to really hope this doesn't go extra tasty, but it won't eat up any of our resources for the Hidden Power Perk Up Stew except the tomatoes. So we could, but let's give it a minute. Let's see. I don't think the Gengar might be able to bring us enough before lunch. Do have a little bit of time, but not a ton of time. A small enough amount of time that it's like, it's iffy. It might happen, but we'd have to get lucky. But we can get 3 small handy candies for giving out 15 biscuits. Only 269 candies, and we only need to use 101 more. So we could see if we could find somebody to use that on. Let's see, we've got Ghost coming up, the Halloween event. So you know who's probably a solid choice for that? Would be, where's he at? Yeah, there he is, our helping bonus berry finding Ghastly, who actually has a pretty solid ingredient spread in my opinion. AAB for Ghastly. You know me, I like my synergistic ingredient spreads. So herbs and mushrooms, they don't overlap too much. Actually, they may not overlap at all now that I think about it. No, they do not at all. They do not have anything that goes together, which is very weird. I would think that you could easily find something to make herbs and mushrooms with, or a recipe to make with herbs and mushrooms. That's the way to say that. But in the future, I feel like we probably will. But for now, Gengar and Ghastly isn't the top mushroom gatherer anymore anyway, so it's not really that big of a deal in my opinion. I mean, if we really want herbs, we can bring out Dragonite. If we really want mushrooms, we can try to find a better Wooper, which I desperately need to do. So yeah. So there's that one. Or on the flip side, we could invest in either of these 2 ghosts. I have seen rumblings that Stockpile is around a 27% spit chance, but I haven't dug into it yet to see if it's 27% all the time. But if it is 27% all the time, then that's actually pretty decent. So we could invest in this guy. Alternatively, we could invest in this guy. Helping bonus at level 25 is pretty good, and we're not worried about the ingredient spread. But I think this is definitely something I would only invest in up to level 25 and then just let it grow naturally while we try to find one that has berry finding. So there's that. Who else could we potentially invest in? I mean, we could always invest in our apple boy, because he's super good too. So honestly, getting him to level 50 would be very nice. 101 candies. How much is that going to cost me in dream shards? 101. It's going to cost me about 16,000, 14,000 dream shards. That's not terrible. It's a little more than I want to spend right now. Whereas you, we could evolve you in a couple levels. That's 40 candy right there. So if we drop 60 candy, where does that put you? Drop 61 candy, only 4,000 dream shards. Yeah, let's be a little smart about this. We know we want to level up this Ghastly and evolve it eventually. So we're going to do it now. We're going to go ahead and just drop the 61 candies and then evolve him. That way we spend the minimal amount of dream shards, only about 4,000, to get the 61 candies, evolve it for another 40 candies. That gives us 101, which should, if I've done my math correctly, should complete the mission. And now we have Haunter, which is one of my favorite ghost types. I'm actually not a fan of Gengar. I prefer Haunter over Gengar. I wish that this was the final stage. I mean, technically, we could evolve it into a Gengar as well if we wanted to, but I'm gonna hold off. No point in doing it right now. We'll save it for when we have another mission where we need to use some candy, since it only costs us a link cable and 80 candies. We can use that later on, probably tomorrow for another candy mission, because we almost certainly will get one. I feel like we've gotten one every week for the past several weeks, so we can do that. For now, neither of you collected anything. I was really hoping you would. Anyway, 269 candies used, 15 diamonds. The only other thing we can do at this point is go and collect our ingredient ticket, the one that we have. Mushrooms? Nope. I mean, we got the coffee. We got the coffee beans we needed. Oh, man. Well, it's not looking good. No, not looking good at all. I think at this point we are, yeah, we're just gonna have to do the Dream Eater Butter Curry. And I'll have to, I mean, I kind of don't want this to go extra tasty. Simply because I want to make the first, I always forget what it's called, Hidden Power Perk Up Stew. I want that one to go extra tasty the first time we cook it, just to give it a really nice jump start. But it looks like we don't have a choice. This is almost certainly going extra tasty. So let's throw in these tails. Let's throw in this corn. Let's see. For the soybeans, how many do we need in total? 28 times 3. So that's a lot. That's 56 plus another, it's 84. So we don't even have enough for all 3 meals. But that's fine. You know what? We're making a Dream Eater Butter Curry, so we only need 56. So we can throw in 8 of these. We can throw in, let's do 4 more of those, and the fiery herbs we do want to hold on to because we could probably use those for either later today or tomorrow. And we got a long way to go. Let's throw in a bunch of apples. And one more, you know what, let's throw in a leek. Why not? All right. This is almost certainly going to go extra tasty with a 65% chance. That's a 2 in 3 chance. There it is. Extra tasty Dream Eater Butter Curry, unfortunately wasted on a recipe that cannot level up. But it is what it is. It's just the capstone to what this week has been. This is the perfect example of how this week has gone. And here we are. The end of the week, Dream Eater Butter Curry, not making the Hidden Power Perk Up Stew. That's all right. We'll have to make it another time. And I think that I am done for the week. I am just going to prepare for next week. I'm going to start stocking up some ingredients because we are desperately low on them. We did make it to Master 6 at least, which is a little bit shy of what we wanted. We were looking for Master 7, but no, not Master 7, Master 9. Yeah, we were looking for Master 9. You know, flip the 6 upside down. We made it. No worries. Anyway, we didn't quite make our goal. I'm just going to prepare for next week. We're going to get a bunch of ingredients. I was going to be real mad if that was the mushrooms I needed right there. So with that in mind, to get those ingredients, let's go ahead and swap to our grocery shopping team. I don't know that I want Masquerada on the team for this. I actually, I don't know where that accent came from. I actually need to go through and double check all of the recipes that I want to make on Monday and make sure that I have the ingredients that I need to just make a wide variety of things, from curries to salads to desserts, just to make sure all the bases are covered. Probably actually going to swap in Vicavolt and try to do some of the coffee bean recipes now. Actually, no, we do have plenty of coffee beans. We don't need to swap in Vicavolt. So I don't know. I'm going to go over the pantry and figure that out. But I'm not going to subject you guys to me just sitting here. Oh, yeah, that's interesting. Oh, I could do that. That would be really boring for everybody. So I'm going to let you guys go. Hopefully your week went better than mine did. We are just wrapping it up. I mean, I don't even really know what to say. It's been a week. That's all I can say. Anyway, I'm going to let you guys go. Thank you for watching the video. Make sure to hit that subscribe button if you do enjoy these videos, also to make me feel better about how this week has gone. A huge shout out to our ace trainers, Illusion, JP, White, and Husky Star. Thank you for supporting the channel. If you'd like to support the channel, click that join button right next to the subscribe button. And while you're down there, click the link to the Discord in the description box. Come and join us, talk about Pokemon Sleep, hang out with some cool people. Other than that, y'all have a good night. Good luck next week, and until next time, later, dudes.